taken by my personal space and physical distancing protocols. PDA, hindi mo ba alam yon? Buti sana kamukha mo yung boyfriend ko.
Nothing gets between you and your culinary satisfaction.
Ay, sir, sorry. Kasalanan niyo eh. Ma'am, sir, bill po.
Hala, naiwan ko yata yung wallet ko
Kuya, ako na lang ho ang bahala.
Sige, ma'am.
Contactless payments, please.
Ako may gipabayad ang duha.
Saan ba yun?
Enjoy your meal, guys!
Travel safe, mga beshies!
Mabuhay!
Pag naglalakbay.
Have a safe trip, Pinas!
Basta uwi mo dyan, anak.
Hi everyone, greetings to everybody. I hope you are all safe in your homes and I hope that you are okay wherever you are right now. So this video was requested by hospitality and tourism management students and professors in order to inspire our tourism students and our tourism practitioners alike. So I thought of making it public in order to reach a wider audience and be able to inspire all of you, especially those that are losing hope with the slowdown of tourism because of this COVID-19 pandemic. My task here is to share with you an orientation career video in order to motivate you with your future career plans. Hopefully, it will help you and guide you to be future leaders, managers, entrepreneurs, and successful practitioners. Okay, so before I share with you my story, I would like to ask you a question. Normally, this is what I used to ask to my students when I was teaching. What do you want to become? This is one question that a lot of you might still be confused with. So please write your comment below so I could read them and internalize why and how you chose this profession. And if it's not too much to ask, kindly write down why this is the chosen path or the career that you'd like to be in the future. So, wag naman masyadong nobela ha. Kahit 1 to 2 sentence lang. That would be sufficient. Okay? So, I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is the foremost question I ask my students. And you know what? They have 2 common answers. And I'm pretty sure when I check those comments below, these are the 2 common careers that you would be thinking of. And it's not wrong to think about these 2. Number 1 is you want to be flight attendant. Am I right or am I right? So being a flight attendant would be the top list of the tourism students. And number 2 is you want to be a chef. This is for the HRM students. Am I right or am I right again? Okay. So being a flight attendant is definitely a very glamorous job, and it gives you the opportunity to travel all over the world. That's why it's really very attractive for a lot of tourism students. And being a chef is definitely an estimable job. But I have a good news for you. These are not the only careers and professions that you can get from this very multifaceted industry, the hospitality and tourism industry. So there's a lot of job opportunities for you out there. You know, I just wanted to share. I have a friend who used to be a product development officer of the Department of Tourism, and he travels all over the Philippines to look for blossoming tourist attractions. And before these attractions even go viral, he is the first one to see them. And he has traveled to more than 100 provinces. Not bad, right? So if you're a traveler or a travel enthusiast, this is really your passion, then that could be one of the better jobs that you can get here in the tourism industry. Another friend I know became an attaché in Europe. She became an attaché of the Philippines to Europe, and she lived there for years. And she learned to speak Italian. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. And French. Bonjour. Bonjour. So both means hello or good morning. So another friend I know used to work with the Baguio Country Club as an office girl, and now she is a certified pilot. Isn't that cool? And one person I know is a cruise director who is in charge of organizing events, performances, shows at the cruise ship, and she is paid a very lucrative amount. The list goes on and on and on. But the only person responsible in making this choice is you. No other than you. You, and you. So, this has always been my guiding principle. You cannot depend on anyone, and you cannot be pressured by other people's opinions. But you can hear them out, of course. Try to listen to their advice, the opinions of others, and the successes of people around you. And then try to internalize, what do you really, really want to become? Make sure that this is really your decision and not your parents' decision or other people's decision. Because at the end of the day, it is your life. Get advice as much as you can and internalize. You know what? I'd like to share with you 3 guiding principles that has guided me through the years. So 3 words: passion, practicality, and consistency. So these has been my 3 guiding principles in choosing my career path. And you should be able to balance these 3. If you're able to reach the 2, then good for you. You are good to go. But if you are able to hit the 3 principles, then you are a lucky one. So let's start with passion. What do you really, 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 really want to become? What do you really, really want to do? If you love your job and you love what you're doing, you will never feel that you are working at all. So use a career that you enjoy doing and then you are happy about. For practicality, it's simple. Choose a job that will provide food. As simple as that. But if your passion is not instantly employable or enterprising, then choose a career or a path that you may align with what you really want to do. Let's say you are very passionate about singing, but singing is not passionate with you. Char. Okay, let's say, kunwari lang naman, napakagaling, gustong-gusto mong kumanta. So perhaps you can choose a career that is related to it, like events management, or you can come up with your events and the production company, and you can be the MC or the entertainer at the same time. So something like that. So you can align your passion with the practicality of choosing a job then that can provide income for you and your family. The third one is consistency. For me, I have always believed that experience can indeed make you an expert or a master of something. So you try to make sure that whatever you have started, be consistent with it. You may be somehow diverted at times or redirected at times, but make sure that you always go back to your profession and you always go back to what you really want to do in order for you to enhance your skill, be an expert of it. Consequently, you will build a good reputation and mastery at it. Hence, you will increase your value in that profession. O, di ba? That one day you will be called an expert or a master of something. So, be consistent. Be consistent with what you have started.
All right, so let's do it. Good morning, Nueva Vizcaya State University, and good morning, College of Human Ecology. And welcome to the transition tactics of the hospitality and tourism industry amidst pandemic. Siyempre, good morning din sa OIC President of this university, Ma'am Ruth Padilla. Magandang umaga din sa tatlong Vice President, Ma'am Jo, Ma'am Christy, and Ma'am Araceli. And of course, to the mother of the college, Ma'am Rhea. And of course, to our speaker for today. So meron lang ako napapansin, lahat ng mga nabanggit kong pangalan, puro sila mga babae, mga empowered women. So palakpakan naman natin yung mga empowered women natin na yan. Alright, so again, my name is Manggido and I will be your host for the rest of the webinar. And I guess yung iba dito, syempre mga baguhan or first time nila mag-attend ng webinar, yung iba dito. And yung iba naman dito ay bihasa na kasi lagi-lagi nag-attend sila sa seminar. Can you hear a feedback like a noise on your end? May mga noise po ba kayo naririnig on your end? I hope all working good. Okay, so before we'll go ahead and start, of course, program proper, I would like to remind again everyone of our simple house protocol. Okay, meron tayong house protocol. We are already 93 in the room. So 93 na tayo in the room and we all have access when we want to to turn on our microphone and our video active. But please be reminded to please mute your audio and of course turn off your camera as you enter or as you are listening throughout the seminar. Okay, only the organizers or the host or the speakers are allowed to turn on their microphone and their videos. Another, please do not click on share button. It might disrupt our seminar. Okay, so please do not click on the share button or share screen button. And finally, if you have questions, if you have queries, please feel free to type in the chat box so we can respond or we can attend to your question later on. All right, so I guess everyone is excited. I guess everyone is all good on your end. So syempre, palakpakan naman natin ang lahat. And I guess it's just but proper for us to start with a prayer to be given to us by Junia Rica B. Aligia, to be followed by the singing of the national anthem and the singing of the Vizcaya hymn.
Let us find ourselves in the presence of God as we pray. Thank you, O God, for having sustained each one of us thus far through this very challenging time. Even as we come together virtually for this talk and discussion regarding the future of hospitality and tourism, which we know to be one of the most challenged industries at this time of pandemic. We wonder at how you have created us with the ability to transcend our difficult situations. We thank you for this opportunity through the initiative of our College of Human Ecology, headed by Dean Mambrea C. Adriatico, and to our OJT coordinator, Ma'am Trizal May Valeros Pagbilao. Bless us, O Lord, as we start this program. Bless our resource speaker as she will share and discuss to us about the topic of this webinar. We thank you so much, Lord. Bless this event as what we are able to learn. This will be our prayer in Jesus' name. Amen.
Vaya,
Hinget nga ayan kitan na ken ragsak ken amma nga itan tanok anak patagturod nga namayeng meng mang tedrag o gagetti agtaeng di malitok taytayak makita namsek akay kayot bantay syera ayos di magat upog sa dinas o kaya nga imnas dagham nga anak mo kaya si totak neng si wawaya biag idaton mi ken kavis kaya si pupud no kam ken ko tawagay way mo kaya itagay mi awan dwa dayaw mo ti income tula kan kanta dungdung when mi avis kaya dakam nga anak mo vis kaya si tatak neng si wawaya biag idaton mi ken kavis kaya si pupudno kam ken ko tawagay way mo always kaya itagay mi awan dwa dayaw mo tin kam tula ikan kanta dungdung when di avis kaya.
All right. So thank you so much to, of course, our activist student who led to us the opening prayer or the preliminaries. Again, I would just like again to remind everyone of our simple house protocol. Siyempre, sabi ko nga kanina, we all have access. We can mute or we can um, turn on our video camera, but we are not allowed to do so while the seminar is going on. Okay? Please also refrain from pressing the share button. It might distract the resources speaker while she is, of course, teaching us later. And please, if you have question, please do not just turn on your camera and your mic to ask question. You can actually type in your question dun po sa atin pong chat box. All right. So of course, I would like to remind everyone that we are live via the YouTube account of Ma'am Shijen. Yeah. Ma'am Shijen and Soligmay Production. And to the honors of the video presentations we have just used earlier. Thank you so much for allowing us use the video presentation. Of course, all credits are due to the honors of those videos. Maraming salamat po. And again, to the 98 participants here, dito po sa ating pong Google Meeting or Zoom meeting na panghahalata na hindi ako nag-Zoom. Google Meeting. Of course, welcome again. And sa atin pong I'm actually tuned in din sa atin pong YouTube. Meron din tayong mga nag-view doon ngayon. At nakikita ko pa yung mukha ko sa YouTube. Ayan, welcome to the webinar on the driving transition, tactics of the hospitality and tourism industry amidst pandemic. Okay, syempre, you deserve this cheer. And I guess it is just but proper for this program to be opened by the OJT coordinator and the department chair of hospitality management of the College of Human Ecology, Madam Crisel May V. Pagbilao. Ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Naririnig niyo ba ako?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, to our knowledgeable and dynamic resource speaker, Ms. Jennifer Palaksa Baltasar, to our ever supportive and passionate Dean of the College, Dr. Rhea L. Adriatico, ma'am, to the hardworking faculty of the College, To our Master of Ceremony, Sir Hermenegildo Gandeza, aka Mangido, to the students and participants from other institutions, and also the organizers, a pleasant morning to one and all. I hope you are in a good health and in good state, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the College of Human Ecology series of webinars. Okay, so it is indeed a wonderful morning as we meet today for a webinar that will enrich our knowledge about how hospitality and tourism industry, our industry, to cope up amidst the COVID pandemic. So today's webinar entitled Driving the Transition, Tactics of the Hospitality and Tourism Industry Amidst Pandemic is organized by Senior Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management students taking up their OJT for them to perform what they have learned in the different subjects, especially in events management. This will also enhance their communication and management skills. On the other hand, participants will acquire knowledge, wider understanding on the current state of the hospitality and tourism industry. So to give you a glimpse on how we came up with the idea of conducting this webinar, the OJT or the on-the-job training is a requirement in order to qualify students for graduation based from CMO 62 series of 2017. So students are sent to partner agencies and business establishments for 600 hours and follow standard operating instruction. So however, due to the pandemic crisis brought about by COVID-19, which started early last year, the university has prepared and implemented measures and responses to guarantee the safety of the NBSU community for most of the students from COVID-19. With this situation faced by the country at this point of time, the usual OJT guidelines in respective SOI of the various programs are not possible considering the safety of students and also the OJT coordinators. That is why the college came up with alternative strategies for the on-the-job training, which is the organization of a series of webinar that will be conducted every Friday for the month of May. So for those students na hindi makaka-attend ngayon because we have limited slots, 100 lang, you can attend the succeeding webinars. The organizers will provide you the link para makapag-attend pa kayo sa mga susunod. So without further ado, I would like to welcome you to this webinar, and I sincerely hope that you will enjoy today and can attend the succeeding webinars. May this webinar serve as a water that will supplement your professional growth. And also, I have a favor to ask from you. Please share your knowledge acquired by this webinar. Don't hesitate to help others and be safe. Thank you and have a nice day and productive day.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Crizel, for giving us the blessing to formally open this webinar. And at this point in time, syempre, it's but proper for us to listen to the mother of the College of Human Ecology to inspire us for her message. May we welcome Ma'am Rhea L. Adratico, the Dean of the College of Human Ecology.
Thank you, Sir Guido. First, good morning, everyone. And first, I would like to thank the speaker for this webinar, Ma'am Jennifer, for accommodating our requests despite of her hectic schedule. I am also grateful to the NBSU administration, of course, especially to our OIC president, and also to our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jocelyn P. Cabrera, and our campus administrator for the support for this academic activity. I would like to commend the senior Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management students for sponsoring and organizing this event, and for being on the phase 2 of the implemented guidelines for the college OJT. And of course, I would like also to say thank you to Ma'am Crisel May Pagbilao for being hands-on in supervising this undertaking. Appreciation is also extended to all the faculty and members of the College of Human Ecology for the assistance and support to make this into reality, this activity into reality. I am extremely excited. Actually, last night I was not able to sleep well because I'm excited to see our students, to see familiar faces on the online. And my special thanks goes to and accorded to all the participants of this webinar. Thank you for your interest to have additional knowledge while you are staying at home. It was mentioned by Ma'am Crisela, no? When we were planning this activity, we were very desperate for the solutions on how to augment the immersion in the hospitality and tourism establishments of the graduating students. If we are not serious to provide you with the best education, we can simply send you to various webinars to accomplish your requirements for the OJT, my dear seniors. But we think of the activities that will give impact and shape your minds, and will provide opportunities to apply the learned concepts and theories during your 3 years of stay in the university. And I am grateful that we come to this point that we even accommodated the lower years in your endeavor. More than a year, we've been sharing uncertainty, fear, and disappointment because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And millions of students have been out of the school, and early studies suggest that learning loss had been severe. But we in the Nueva Vizcaya State University, specifically in the College of Human Ecology, commits that learning continues. I know that life is so difficult. There are various things that hinder learning, but you come together today to have additional learnings and to show your passion for improving education by simply attending this webinar, which is related in your field of specialization. In fact, COVID-19 circumstances have given us unique opportunities, one of which is that you did not need to leave your home to attend this seminar. You are at the comfort of your home, and MBSU is doing all our best to provide you the practical ideas relevant to your chosen field, chosen career, or chosen field of specialization through the things that the speaker will share to you. We don't know what the future holds and how long the school will stay closed. We do not know up to this time. Maybe by school year 2021 and 2022, we will still be like this, or maybe even 2023 or more. Let's pray so hard that that will not happen. But you can try to shape each day to be positive, creative, exciting, and rewarding by staying positive and refusing to give up, despite the challenges that are coming your ways. I urge you to continue to strive and continue to do your share by learning, especially that we are in the most challenging times. I hope that you will continue to trust that what we do today will definitely will define what kind of tourism and hospitality professionals you will become in the future. We in the College of Human Ecology promise that excellence will still be part of everything that we do for you and our community. Just remember that tomorrow is still wonderful, is full of wonderful possibilities and opportunities for all of you at Nueva Vizcaya. Continue to compose yourselves as a mature, responsible, and self-disciplined individuals, minding your health and safety, as well as your academic responsibilities in achieving your full potentials. By simply staying at home and doing meaningful things, you are expressing admiration for life. I encourage also you to bring your full selves in this webinar. Enjoy. This is only the first because there are still 3 that await you. I would like to end my message by wishing you and your family my personal best for the education, health, and safety in these difficult times. I would like also to express our appreciation to Sir Gildo for even being absent from his work just to accommodate us and to be with us today. Thank you, Sir Gildo. Dear Chef family, dear Chef students, God bless you all and see you soon, all mga anak. We miss you in the school also. Stay safe and healthy.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Leia. Maraming salamat po. Alright, so malapit na tayo mag-start sa atin pong what's that? Webinar on driving the transition tactics of the hospitality and tourism industry amidst pandemic. But before that, I'm gonna give you a chance to open your camera. Can you please skip on the screen, the title screen? Let's give a chance to our participants, to open their cameras. Baka mamaya hindi na natin sila makita. Game! Yan! So can you please skip on the title screen? Skip natin yung title screen tapos pakita natin. Perhaps they can take photos of it, i-picture na nila, they can have it screenshot. So whoever is the operator, please turn on or skip on the title screen. Skip muna natin yung title screen natin. Asan na sila? Naku, mukhang tulog na yung ating mga participants. Okay, so sino na nga ulit yung ating nag-ooperate kanina? Skip muna natin yung title screen natin, the driving transition tactics, before we can go ahead and continue with the seminar. I-open natin yung mga cameras natin. There are 4 slides, yeah? There are 4 slides. You can open it on your end. Turn on your cameras, have a photo, have a screenshot. Pwede na kayong mag-screenshot. Ayan. You know what, guys? While we are doing the screenshotting, this is just another takeaway aside from the takeaway ni Ma'am Rhea kanina na napakagandang message. Siyempre, takeaway yun na yun as you go on your seminar for today. I want you to know that even if we are in a seminar series or even if we are in a webinar series, one of my bosses told us that please regard webinar series as if you are attending to a physical seminar. Meaning, kung ano yung sinusuot natin, kung ano yung posture natin, kung ano yung usual na ginagawa natin during webinar or during a regular training, yun din dapat yung ginagawa natin. Yun. So, siguro yung mga hindi nakapag-prepare, bonus muna sa inyo. So, sa susunod na seminar series, siguro yun yung gawin natin. Kung naka-corporate attire tayo, kung kung nire-require ng seminar yung corporate attire, mag-corporate, casual, ganyan. So, wag tayong nakasando, naka-cap, or hindi pa naliligo, ganun. So, attend tayo ng seminar as if we are attending a real seminar. Yun yung takeaway na gusto kong i-share sa inyo na natutunan ko din sa isa sa mga seminars ko before. Ayan, so yung iba naka-open na, screenshot na tayo. Ayan, so souvenir ninyo itong screenshot ng pa-seminar ng senior student ng College of Human Ecology. Okay, so we are now ready. Okay, we have 4 screen, we have 98 in the meeting room, and we also have a lot of people watching in our YouTube. So, sa mga friends po natin na hindi pa po nakaka-tune in or nahirapang pumasok dito po sa ating Zoom meeting, please let them know that we have a live broadcast. Oh, I can see familiar face here, Ma'am Ira Lay Sugitan. Hello, Ma'am. Ayan. So, from, what school is that again? Eastern. Tama, no? Parang, dapat sana hindi na nagtanong ng school para hindi halata.
State University na, sir.
Ay, oo nga pala, sorry. Sorry, okay. So, another familiar face in here. I can see familiar faces na nag-attend po sa atin pong webinar series ng sponsored or spearheaded by the College of Human Ecology. Alright, so magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. I guess we are now ready to start the reason why we are here, yung reason bakit tayo nagkakandak ng webinar series. And this webinar series will not be completed without, of course, the presence of our resources speaker. Allow me to introduce to you our resources speaker. Our resources speaker is the owner and a general manager of Agating Travel and Tours, a multi-awarded travel agency accredited by the Department of Tourism and Department of Foreign Affairs. She is also a former instructor of St. Louis University and the University of Baguio. She is a public speaker and a nationwide trainer in tourism-related topics, entrepreneurship, and others. Also, she was awarded as an Outstanding Achiever Entrepreneurship by the Philippines Top Choice Award in 2016. And recently, she ventured into content creation, as a YouTube partner. She educates viewers with the rich culture of the Cordilleras, and she also promotes local businesses and other advocacies on women, motherhood, parenting, sustainability, and others. Ladies and gentlemen, join me welcome on the screen our resources speaker, Ma'am Jennifer Palaksa Baltasar.
Hello everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I can actually hear you on my end.
I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you very much for having me to the State University. Thank you very much. So I hope you are all doing well. Before we start, I'd like to ask everybody to shake their hands, please. Shake your hands, everybody. Come on, let's do it. Shake your hands, come on. I need to see everybody shaking their hands. Ayan. Pampalis daw ito ng nervyos. Diba? Ako pala yung nininervyos. I am a bit pressured because it's been a while since I had my speaking engagement. And it is quite weird, no, na I'm talking to a computer. That's why I'm very happy that Sir Guido was able to tell everybody na to participate. So before I start with my presentation, I'd like to remind everyone to please participate. I want everyone to relax. I don't want you guys to be too formal for today, okay? I am not also too formal. Since this is your first pala, no? Pressure sa akin. First webinar series, no, Ma'am Dean? So it would be an honor to be your first speaker. Okay, so everybody, I want you to go to your reactions button. I want you guys to click on the thumbs up button. I want to know if you are there o baka natutulog lang talaga kayo dyan, ha? Kahit hindi kayo naka-on ng camera, I want to see all those thumbs up. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. And every time I say something, if you feel like okay yung sinasabi ko, then please give me a thumbs up. If you love what I am saying, then please give me a heart. Hindi mo naman gusto o natatawa ka, then please maximize yung laugh button. So I want everybody to participate. I don't want this to be a usual, too formal kind of webinar because I want you guys to enjoy. Can we do this? Thumbs up, please. Can we do it? Kaya ba natin to? Yes, yes, yes. And please feel free to put your chat. Yes. Okay, mag-chat lang po kayo dyan sa chat box kung meron kayong questions, and then our hosts later on will ask the questions during our Q&A portion. Or maybe as long, I can read your questions. And yes. Okay. Please don't forget to mute your buttons, ha? Okay. So are we ready to rumble? Are we ready? Okay, thumbs up and heart, please. I want to see those thumbs up and heart. Okay, all right. So our speaker, our operator, ready na tayo sa slide ko? Okay. So let's start with our presentation for today. So once again, thank you to NVSU College of Human Ecology, specifically the HRM students, for organizing this very wonderful webinar. In fact, I am a webinar presenter myself, and I'm very happy that Ma'am Dean and our teachers are allowing the students to explore and be hands-on, immerse themselves and learn, okay? As they organize this webinar. Okay, so let's start. the ball rolling. Okay, so once again, please don't forget to chat or ask your questions along the way. If you have any question, mag-thumbs up kayo. Use the reaction buttons. Okay? Hindi ako nangangagat ng tao. Okay? Alright, so let's do this. Ang title ng ating webinar for today is Driving the Transitions. So I will be sharing with you different tactics of the hospitality and tourism industry amid this pandemic. Are we recovering? Is the tourism industry recovering? And is there hope for students like you who want to enter in the HRM or tourism industry? So ito po yung mga masasagot natin ngayong araw na ito. And hopefully you will learn something from me today. Those who are on YouTube, so we have around 11 viewers already in YouTube. And at this time, we have 100 participants in this Zoom meeting. Yung mga nasa YouTube po, you can go to the live chat. Pwede po kayong mag-live chat dyan for your questions or anything that you would want to say. Parang ano din pa rin kayo, participant pa rin talaga kayo. So if you want to say something, please feel free to put your comments at the live chat and share it to your friends, yung sa nasa YouTube. All right? So thank you very much once again. My first question for everybody for today is, okay, lahat tayo syempre nagdurusa dahil nga dito sa COVID-19. Do you know of any company that closed due to COVID-19 pandemic? Please write down your answers down below. Please put your answers at the chat box so I know if you guys are listening or hearing me out loud and clear. So I will repeat the question. Do you know of any companies that have closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic? I'd like to see some answers at the chat box. Okay? We hear a lot of companies that are closing or filing bankruptcy. I'd like to know if you are aware of these companies. Kahit bigyan mo ako ng isa or dalawa, I would be glad to know. So, Marco Polo Cebu, correct po yan si Cyrene Reyes. So, they have filed for bankruptcy. And some of their branches as well in NCR. So, that's one. Even in Davao, actually, nag-file din sila ng bankruptcy. Okay, so thank you very much, Cyrene. You are our first participant for this webinar. So thank you sa sagot mo. I want you guys to be like that, ha? Just answer, be active. Okay, para hindi tayo antokin lahat. Okay, so let's start with the different brands that have closed or have filed bankruptcy. Yun ang isa naman naging negative effect nitong pandemic sa atin. And it's been 2 years. So I'd like to show you some photos of big brands, mostly from the United States. And please guess nyo kung ano tong mga to. Alright? First one would be, ayan, nandiyan na pala. Okay, so the Brooks Brothers. The Brooks Brothers is a tailoring company. And it has outfitted 40 of the last 45 presidents, and they have filed bankruptcy protection. Ang tawag nila dyan is yung Chapter 10 or Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection sa USA. And you know what? COVID-19 have become immensely disruptive and had took a toll on their business. This business is more than 202 years old, and this is the first time they're going to do that. Can you imagine kung gaano kalaki yung impact ng COVID sa kanila? A big company, 202 years old at nag-file ng bankruptcy. All right, and the next company would be, I'm sure you are also familiar with this one. Okay, J. Crew. J. Crew is also a clothing company, and it is a label used by Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle is the wife of Prince who? Sino Prince? Prince Harry. And syempre si Michelle Obama, the wife also of former President Barack Obama. Nag-close din sila because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The next one would be another company which is, ayan, favorite ng marami, Chocolate. Familiar ba kayo dito sa Godiva? Ako, I have tasted their product. So can you imagine from clothing line to chocolates to retail shops, nag-close din sila. This chocolate company is closing all its US locations according to USA Today. The next one would be the industry of household. Ayan. And this is famous in Japan. And in fact, ako ay isa sa mga avid fans nito. Ang tawag ko nila dito is Muji. It caters to household needs. And then, despite the entire nation being stuck at home with every incentive to upgrade their linens, this Japanese emporium Muji struggled thanks to emphasis on brick and mortar shopping. So, nag-close sila yung mga US branch nila noong July 12 lang talaga. You see? So, there's a lot of company closing. Siyempre, because of social distancing, hindi rin na save itong susunod natin na kumpanya, which is a circus company or circus show. Alright? Ang tawag nila dito ay Cirque du Soleil. Okay? It's a circus show based in the US. Theatrical show naman siya. Siyempre, most of their viewers would be guests and visitors from other cities and nations. Kaya definitely, kung restricted ang travel, especially this international travel, then wala rin silang show. See? So, next one would be familiar to everybody. Well, at least most of you, lalo na yung generation namin. Ito, yung mga mahilig sa vitamins dyan. This is GNC, Vitamins and Supplements. So, this company have filed for bankruptcy on June 24 with 900 million in debt. Diba? GNC is actually one of the strongest and most stable vitamin companies in the world. And then it has filed for bankruptcy, sad to say. Diba? So these are just some of the list, and the list goes on and on and on. At marami pa pong mga kumpanya na nagsara. And what my next slide to show you today is a shock. It's a shock for me. Lalo na yung mga kaedad ko or mas matanda pa sa akin dyan, yung mga teachers natin dyan, ma'am and sirs, and to everybody, I'd like to show you this slide that is so shocking to me. Did you know that since 1990, this is a graph. Tignan nyo ha. Since 1990, it shows the impact of COVID-19 on tourism. Okay? On tourism. Focus na tayo sa tourism. Kung kanina, these are international brands. Now, let's go to tourism naman. This is how tourism has been badly impacted by COVID-19. Look at the graph in 1990 and then pataas kayo. Tignan ninyo noong 2004, 2005, yung SARS epidemic, the tourism industry, specifically the international tourist arrivals worldwide, had suffered by negative 2 million. Is that big? Yes or no? Can you please answer me at the chat box below or use the reaction buttons? Is that big or not? Definitely it is. Tapos, nung susunod doon is 2009 around 2009, nagkaroon ng financial crisis. And the world has suffered, specifically the tourism industry, negative $32 million. We're talking about dollars. Okay? And look at the graph. Siyempre, umuokay na yung industry natin, pataas ng pataas. And then, boom, 2020. Look at the graph. Can you guys see it? I want to know if you're with me. Please give your answer at the chat box or mag-ano kayo ng reaction button dyan. Okay? So, a big drop, and that would cost the tourism industry negative $1.1 billion. Wow! Diba? So parang ako, I'm managing my travel agency for 11 years, for 10 years now. And then I believe that I've been suffering. Pero as a whole, to see our industry suffer like this, my God, it's really shocking. Diba? So now the question is there room for recovery? Diba? Is there room for recovery? Sa tingin nyo ba makaka-recover pa ang Pilipinas? Diba? So, tignan natin yung iba pang mga, well, not just Philippines, by the way, just also the tourism industry as a whole. Let's look at other, Look at the airline industry specifically. It says here that coronavirus has effect on 40% travel tourism companies. It says here na may shut down in 3 to 6 months, according to the report. Diba? Next one would be So over 40 airlines have failed so far this year and more. According to CNBC, there's more. There's more coming. Tignan naman natin some of the airlines that have closed. Let's start with the Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands is actually been operating for, if I'm not mistaken, around ano na yan eh. It's one of the oldest in Australia, and it is the second biggest airline company in Australia, and nag-close sila. Nag-file din sila for bankruptcy. Ang susunod is yung Avianca, if you're familiar with that. The Avianca Holdings is the biggest airline in Latin America. And then after almost 20 years of operation, si Virgin Island yung 20 years of operation. Si Avianca Holdings naman has been there for years already. Naging institution na sila sa Latin America. And they're based in Colombia. Okay? So that is Avianca Holdings. And the next one would be based in the US naman po, yung Miami Air International. And this has been existing for 29 years. So those are the airlines. Okay, so let me show you a graph of how the airline industry have suffered. And that would be on my next slide. This is the impact of pandemic on airlines, both based on the travel restrictions and unexpected global recession. IATA estimates that the global air transport industry revenue could fall up to 252 billion US dollars and 44% below 2019's number. So, I mean, do I have to explain it? Nakikita niyo yan, no? Europe, negative 46%. Dito sa atin, sa Asia Pacific, that's negative 37%. Diba? So, baka mamaya nawawalan na kayo ng pag-asa, ha? Patapusin niyo muna ako. All right, let us now proceed with another industry that has equally suffered as well, and that would be the restaurants. And this is a supplementary industry sa ating tourism. Diba, hindi pwedeng walang restaurant sa tourism. Okay? So 100,000 restaurants have closed in the last 6 months during the pandemic. Nung onset ng pandemic pa lang, nag-close na about 100,000. And this is in the US pa lang, ha? Okay. Now, let's proceed with the next one. Let's talk about the tourist attractions. Okay. Look at this photo. What is this? Anyone? I'd like to know kung, nakikinig ba kayo? Natutulog ba kayo dyan? Are you still there, guys? So, where do you think is this? Anyone? Saan nyo sa tingin itong photo na ito? Any guess? Walang masamang or walang maling sagot dito, ha? Okay. What do you see in this photo? I'd like to see your answer. Yes, very good, Arnel. This is in Italy, specifically in Rome. Okay. This is a photo of how sad and how the restaurants have suffered internationally. So this is an empty cafe. Alam niyo naman sa Europe, ang mga cafes is a must visit, di ba? So ito yung mga open cafes na nakikita natin sa Europe. So behind it is the Sistine Chapel. Normally, mahaba yung linya dyan, di ba, pag-visit ng Sistine Chapel. Pero look at it, it's empty. Di ba? Wala. They're all gone. The tourists are all gone. It's very sad talaga. Okay, let's proceed naman to the next industry. Susunod natin is the hotels. Okay. Since HRM kayo, you really would need to see this one. The hotels are actually one of the most affected by COVID-19. Kasi syempre, di ba, hindi nga pwedeng magbiyahe. So, stay home, right? So, why would you go to a hotel? Kailangan mong magstay home talaga. So, look at the graph here. Not all US hotels have been affected in the same way. So, depende yan sa klase ng hotel sila. Kung papansin niyo dito sa graph, ang pinaka nag-suffer is yung upper scale at saka yung luxury hotels. Definitely talaga. Susunod is yung mga upscale hotels. Okay? Grabe, no? And then, susunod po natin would be, the next slide would talk about our next industry. Yan, dito naman sa Pilipinas. According to Inquirer.net, outbreak shuts down 19 tourism company. And this was on, kailan to? March 11, 2020. Kailan nag-advise na lockdown ang Philippines? Specifically sa Luzon, di ba nagsimula yan around March 15? Dito tayo sa Norte, March 15. 16, shutdown na. So on the outbreak, 19 tourism companies have already shut down right away. Okay? So, these are losses of our industry. Now, the big question is, ito na nga po, is there still hope for our industry? Can you please write down your answer below? I want to see and I want to know, is there still hope? Sa tingin nyo ba, makakabangon pa tayo mga kapatid? Okay, yes, from Neve, Camila, from Arnel, definitely, yes na yes. Merong pag-asa ang ating industriya upang makabangon muli. Look at our next graph. There is a very, very good chance of recovering. Okay? And ipapakita ko po sa inyo. Well, according to UNWTO, hindi daw ito forecast ha. Pag sinabi mo kasi yung forecast, may big probability that it will happen. This is just scenarios, okay? Siyempre, I don't want to give you false expectations, but it is a very positive outlook. Okay? So let's look at this graph. Okay. So this is what we call the looking ahead or forward-looking scenarios by 2021 onwards up to 2024. So sabing dito, it's about 2.5 years to 4 years bago tayo mag-recover. Starting in 2019. When I say mag-recover, yung full recovery. Okay. Tingnan natin, simulan natin ng 2020. Noong 2020, bagsak. Yan yung pinakamababang point is 2020, right? And magsisimula siyang mag-recover ng 2021. Ayan. So if you notice the graph, there are 3 scenarios ha. Iba-ibang scenario. Meron yung blue, pansinin nyo yung blue, merong green at saka merong red. Magkakaibang scenario yan. Yung isang scenario is kapag meron ng COVID vaccine, tapos yung isang scenario naman is another case. But if you look at it, consistent, pare-pareho sila lahat pataas. So whichever scenario will happen, ang importante doon nakikita natin na may progress. And the most positive scenario would be the blue one. Yung blue one is scenario 1. Okay, if you look at the graph, 2021, by second quarter around June na yan magsisimula ng magkaroon ng peak. Tapos third quarter, sabi nila, magiging medyo okay na tayo. By fourth quarter, ayan, medyo pataas na ng pataas. Diba? Pero ang consistent sa kanila would be 2022 na makaka-recover tayo. Yung isa, yung worst, 2023 ng mid-quarter. 2023 mid-quarter. But this is an international travel, ha? International. So, ibig sabihin, ang domestic tourism can recover sooner. Okay? So, kung ang nakalagay dito is by 2021 ng mid-quarter or third quarter, magsisimula na tayong umakyat. Diba? Ibig sabihin, ang domestic, mas earlier. So, I'm very positive pa rin talaga na magre-recover tayo. Ako, I'm a very optimistic person. I pray a lot and I'm very hopeful and very positive. That's why hindi ko pa kino-close yung travel agency ko. Kahit medyo nag-aabono tayo ngayon, open pa rin siya kasi alam ko that there's a glimmer of hope. Lalo na nung nagkaroon ng vaccine. So excited ako dahil magkakaroon na tayo ng vaccine. Hopefully talaga ito yung hinihintay natin na sagot o kasagutan sa ating problema, sa ating industriya. Okay. Now, the next question is, kung may hope pala sa tourism industry, possible pala tayo, how is tourism now coping up? Diba? Kasi hindi pa tayo fully recovered. Malayo pa, matagal-tagal pa, lalo na sa international arena. Diba? So how is the tourism industry coping up right now? What are they doing? What are the strategies in order to stay afloat? Is there anyone talking? Ayan. Okay. Please, if you have questions, just leave chat na lang. Okay? Para, akala ko kasi merong nagsasalita. Yes, makakabangon po tayo. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Presi Ann Perez. Rodeline, Precious, Jennifer, Prima, Oxy, Loris, for all your answers. Definitely makakabangon tayo. And ito na nga po yung ginagawa ng ating mga stakeholders in the industry. They are being resilient in this industry. Please remember that word. Can you say it with me? Kahit nandyan kayo. Resiliency. Okay, resiliency. That's the word. Type it down below. Please write it down. Resiliency. That is a very pivotal word in our industry right now. And i-discuss ko kung gaano ka-importante yan later on. All right. So these are now the strategies that I came up with and I have researched about, and these are my knowledge O yan. So, ito yung mga tactics and strategies applied by our tourism industry stakeholders. I made an acronym and then I called it the Rebuild PR. Okay? Para mas madali siyang maintindihan at ma-memorize ng ating mga estudyante. I called it once again the Rebuild PR. Ano ba yung alam niyo tungkol sa PR? Yung palang public relations. Pero may ibang meaning yan. But the word itself na rebuild is actually also applicable and it resonates the resiliency of our industry. And indeed, rebuilding is a tactic and a strategy itself. Diba? So let us see and find out what are the meanings of each word. So let's start with, can you say it with me? R, which is, go, take it away, teen. What is letter R? It represents the word respond. Respond. Respond to the crisis right away. Letter E represents the words, ta-da! Go. Okay, establish security. And of course, letter B represents the word, what is it, Tintin? Business continuity. Go. Okay, letter U. Pag sinabi mong business continuity, meaning kailangan ninyong ituloy, kailangan mag-survive, di ba? So yung U is upgrade. Ito, isa sa mga favorite ko is upgrade. Discuss ko sa inyo yung mga tactics nila tungkol dito. And letter I represents one of my favorite words as well. Gas-gas na pero kailangan natin gawin. Innovation or innovate. And ito yung letter L is kailangan gawin ng lahat. Otherwise, mag-stagnant tayo dito sa industry. Kailangan nating mag-adapt, kailangan nating mag-reskill, retool, and relearn. So letter L represents learn. Can you say it with me? L for learn. And the last letter for rebuild is D, which represents, ayan, ito yung ginawa ko at ginawa ng napakamarami. Kung dati silang mga professionals, naging plantita sila, anong tawag dito? Diversification. So many of our industry stakeholders have diversified. And let's proceed to the PR. Ayan na nga po. Importante itong letter P. Kung hindi ka magaling dito, then hindi magiging sales yung iyong ginagawa. Hindi to turn out into a sale yung ginagawa mo. So P stands for promotion. And the last one, the most important word, I have mentioned this a while ago. This is our shield. This is our sword. This is our, this is our magic. Yan, resilience or resiliency. So are you still with me, guys? Are you there? Okay, anong sabi ni Mark Benedict? Resiliency, that's correct. Alexander Lee, promotion, that's correct. That's letter P. Okay, so let us discuss these letters and strategies one by one, and I will share with you the specific tactics of some companies that I will be mentioning. And malay nyo, magawa nyo rin to or ma-inspire kayo. There is hope because the tourism industry is resilient. Let's start with the word R. Okay. R represents respond. Ano ibig sabihin ng respond? You have to respond to the crisis right away. Hindi pwedeng yung nga, diba? Kung hindi tayo a-action, wala. We will go down the drain. So our industry stakeholders have applied several tactics. And first is, ito, kung papansinin niyo itong graph, team, go ahead. It starts with controlling the risk. So companies assess their highest ranked risks and develop a plan to alleviate them. Siyempre, kailangan i-ease natin yung problema, diba? By controlling the risk. And it starts with a plan. And susunod, we have to manage suppliers, clients, employees, and partners by protecting our stakeholders. So ulitin ko, yung stakeholders natin are the management, suppliers, clients, employees, and our partners. If we want to protect our partners, we have to implement this susunod na step. And that would be, okay, observing and executing strict standard health protocols. You have to implement the protocols. In fact, hindi lang na sa tourism industry to. Sa lahat ng industry. Sa school alone, di ba, mga ma'ams and sirs, ito yung una na ginagawa natin, nag-control muna tayo. And Susunod, kailangan i-protect yung ating mga estudyante. Yung nabanggit ni Ma'am kanina, kaya hindi pwede ang physical contact. And then we can only do this kapag nag-implement ng protocols. And the last step in our response tactic would be to invest in pandemic tools. What do I mean by this? You have to acquire protection tools like technology. Ano ba yung mga sample ng technology? It include, yung ating mga, what do you call that? Yung scanner, di ba? Ano pa? We have, we also need to acquire yung mga basic, mga COVID-19 medical tools or essentials na kakailanganin natin in order to protect our stakeholders. Okay? Even trainings, we have to train our staff and our people on how to combat this COVID-19 pandemic, how to handle guests, how to handle our clients. In our industry kasi, we are a seasonal industry, di ba? Normally, the lean seasons are the times wherein our hoteliers, airlines, and other tourism stakeholders would spare time for training. So ito na ngayon, lean season tayo talaga ngayon. Actually, mega lean season. Kaya ito, kailangan mag-invest tayo sa trainings. And of course, we also have to invest in communications. Kasi mahirap ang miscommunication. Nagkakaroon ng problema pag mayroong miscommunication. Tama ba yung mga magjowa dyan? Diba? Pag miscommunicated kayo, nag-aaway. Ganun din naman sa bigger picture. Okay, so kailangan clear ang mensahe by investing in these kinds of tools. So what is our first word or first tactic? And this should be a must kind of tactic ng mga industry practitioners natin. That would be which stands for respond. And this should be immediately. And most of our industry practitioners naman and businesses have done this one. Let us now proceed to letter E. Okay, so letter E is very important. Okay, let me just wear my eyeglasses. Okay, that's much better. Clear ba ako kahit naka-eyeglass? Nag-glare kasi from my end. Pero is it okay? Okay lang? Just let me know ha, para I can remove it kapag distracted siya. Okay, so letter E represents establishing security. What do I mean by security? Security in the sense na yung protocols natin. Kailangan merong sense of confidence yung ating guests. Let's start with that, this one. Security refers to conveying confidence to guests by showing them safety measures observed in the establishments. And a lot of our industry businesses have done this one. Susunod natin, ang establishing security also means that we need to aim in removing doubt by promoting maximum hygiene measures by implementing these health protocols, di ba? Security yan, dapat. Kasi kung hindi ka nag-establish ng confidence from our guests, bakit sila pupunta sa establishment mo? Bakit sila pupunta sa destination mo? Kung nakikita nila na parang, ay, baka magkasakit ako dyan, ay, baka makakuha ko ng COVID dyan. So this is what our hoteliers, airlines, and tourist destinations are working on. They are sending a message to everybody na, hey guys, you are secured by visiting us. Hey guys, you should be confident. Diba? No more doubts. Ganyan ang ginagawa nila. In order to trickle or in order to stimulate tourism and travel once again and mawala yung duda at takot ng mga tao na magbiyahe. Okay. So susunod is some industries, like especially hotels, they try to avoid guests needing to use public transportation. And how did they do this one? By securing the transfers to accommodation from airport stations. So yung mga hotels before, wala silang mga sariling shuttles and transport nila. Ang ginawa nila, they invested in it. Tapos yung iba naman, yung mga company vehicles nila, ginamit nila to shuttle their guests. Diba? Parang, kung ikaw ba yung turista, from airport, magpa-public vehicle ka, hindi ba parang nababawasan parang tumataas yung takot mo? Pero kung merong shuttle, ibig sabihin, mami-minimize yung exposure ng tourist or client from point of origin going to your hotel. Right? Next one is ito yung isa sa mga measures na ginawa rin ng ating mga establishments is recording travel history. And dito sa Baguio, I'm not sure kung kumusta na po ang Nueva Vizcaya, pero dito nga po sa Baguio, we all know that our mayor has been appointed as the contact tracing czar. And they're very efficient in coming up with this kind of procedure talaga. And it should be adapted by, and it has been adapted naman by our tourism businesses. Okay, importante kasi to eh. And your record should not only be on tourists. Dapat yung record mo or travel history mo should also be on your employees. Kailangan malaman mo, nag-trip ba yan? Pumunta ba yan ng La Union? Pumunta bang Nueva Vizcaya? Pumunta ba yan sa isang COVID-infested community? Diba? So, kailangan alam mo lahat ng mga to para maprotektahan. Kasi isang mali mo lang dyan, isang mali mo na hindi nalaman ng ibang mga kasamahan mo, the whole establishment can actually close down. Di ba ganyan ang nangyayari sa atin? Pumunta yung isa, nagkalat dun sa isang grocery. Ngayon, buong grocery shutdown. Affected lahat. So, importante itong travel history talaga. Okay, so that's our second tactic or strategy, establishing security to our guests in order to stimulate the the want for people to travel once again. Okay? So susunod po natin is letter B. Are you still there with me? Okay, please react naman dyan sa baba para malaman ko kung buhay pa kayo, inaantok na kayo. Alright, so let's talk about business continuity. Okay, tumatawa si Manggido. Okay, ganda ng pangalan mo, sir, ha? Manggido. Okay, business continuity, mga kapatid, this is a bitter pill that we have to accept. Di ba, kailangan nating mag-survive. You know what? Kami sa industry namin, I'm not sure kung merong businesses yung family ninyo, pero ako sa travel agency, nag-uusap nga kami ng mga colleague ko, mga hoteliers, at saka mga kaibigan kong may-ari din ng businesses sa tourism. Ang pinag-uusapan lang talaga namin is how to survive. Okay na sa amin yung break-even. You know what I mean? So parang okay na sa amin yun. Pag negative ka, saklap, ang sama ng pakiramdam. Pero pag break-even, yay! Parang ano na sa amin yan, achievement na. It's about survival, ladies and gentlemen. But it's part of the strategy to keep the business going. Okay? So tignan niyo to. Through COVID-19, top Philippine restaurants they just want to survive. Alam niyo kung bakit? Anyone? I just want to know, why do you think the business owners still continue kahit alam nilang lugi sila? Why are they still trying to survive? Bakit di na lang nila i-close? I want to know your thoughts about this one. What do you think? Because I'm a business owner myself eh. And I think this is a selfless motive kung bakit ba namin tinutuloy. At least ako personally. Bakit ko ba tinutuloy? Reputation. Di sila mawawalan ng hope. Tama lahat yung mga sagot ninyo. Diba? Correct yung mga yan. Pero there's one thing that I am very much concerned of if I close my business. Exactly, from Anne Bernadette, because of the employees. I love your answer dahil dyan, Anne, meron kang jacket from me. Charot, okay. Pinapatawa ko lang kayo, magiging bakla-bakla ako paminsan-minsan, ha? Okay. So, kasi baka maantok kayo dyan. Tama yung sagot ni Bernadette, it's because of the employees. Ay, ako, bakit hindi ko siya i-close? Pwede ko naman siyang, I'm from fast food reputation because of the employees or people. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Sabi ni Neve, to provide for the employees and customers. Sabi ni Riza, it's the same thing. Very good. And I'm happy that you have the same mindset as I have. Diba? Kasi ang hirap, kawawa naman sila. Kaya ako gusto ko na siyang i-close talaga. I've been tempted. However, I'm thinking about my staff. Paano na siya? Diba? Ako, meron akong natitirang ipon. Kinakaya ko pa. Kaya mamaya ipapakita ko sa inyo yung tactics and strategies namin. How are we keeping ourselves afloat? Okay? So, also to give and serve the needs and wants of people. That's right. And one more thing, business-wise. This is another side of the coin. If you don't do business continuity at the time of crisis, kung kaya pa naman, is that baka yung momentum mo bumagsak. It's very hard to pick up the pieces. Kapag ka nag-recover na ang tourism industry, tapos ikaw nag-close ka, yung iba naka-open, ibig sabihin mahuhuli ka sa giyera at sa karera, 'di ba? So magre-reopen ka na naman, magre-establish ka na naman, yung branding mo was put on hold. You know what I mean? So it's important that merong business continuity because we know naman that it is just temporary. That's why we have to survive. So what are the strategies and measures of some establishments in order to survive and keep the ball rolling? And first, ito, I'm sure narinig natin si President Duterte who are encouraging our business owners to give the 13-month pay of their employees. Muna, lalo na nung nag-lockdown, di ba? That's 3 months. So wala silang panggastos. As in, everybody's at home. Diba? There's no means of earning money. So ang sabi nila, in-encourage ng government to give the 13 months pay para at least meron silang panggastos. So malaking bagay ito aside from yung mga ayuda na dumating. So ako nagbigay din naman ako ng 13-month pay sa staff ko para kahit papano, kahit nandun siya sa bahay, may panggastos silang mag-anak. Okay? Okay. Susunod is yung mga ibang employees na na-lay off, yung talagang wala ng choice. So what are the measures that the companies have done? Binigay nila yung kanilang separation pay. Diba? Separation pay ahead of time. Para just in case kung babalik man o hindi, at least nakuha na nila yung separation pay nila. Tapos in the future, pagkakailanganin ulit sila or magre-reopen, di kunin i-hire back na lang ulit sila. That's what they have done. Okay? And syempre, isa pa is a flexible work arrangements. Diba? Kung dati kami is 6 days a week ang office namin, ngayon nagkaroon na kami 4 times a week na lang kami. So wala kaming pasok ng Saturday and Thursday. So these are some of the measures. And syempre, tipid-tipid. We have to cut overhead expenses. Yung mga unnecessary expenses natin. Really have to cut all of these. Exactly, rotation of work, sabi ni Riza May. Yan din ang ginawa namin before, lalo na yung bagong-bago. So, kunwari, yung isang staff ko, yung sa marketing ko, o pasok ka ng Monday to Wednesday, yung isa naman, Thursday to Saturday. Ayoko talaga kasing i-give up at ayoko mawalan sila ng work or pagkakakitaan. Di bali nang ako medyo nag-aabono ng kahit paano. Alam ko naman meron pa ako konting naiipon. So, hindi pa naman nadideplete awa ng Diyos. Pero syempre, di ba, worried din naman tayo. Okay, kaya nga didiskartehan. At mamaya malalaman nyo kung paano kami dumidiskarte. Alright, so that is letter B, business continuities. We are now down to we're now down to letter U. Tapos na tayo sa REB. Let's now go to upgrade, letter U. So ano ba ibig sabihin ng upgrade? Upgrade is about giving a service or adding additional services as a part or addition to the usual services or regular services that you have. Some hotels, nag-o-offer sila ng 24/7 medical care. Okay? Lalo na yung mga luxury hotels, meron silang nurse or doctor na naka-standby para just in case may problema, di ba? That's an added service. If you go back to yung isa sa mga first slide ko kanina is you have to ensure security, di ba? And this is their tactic in order to encourage guests to attract them to go to their hotel. Kasi nga, mga kapatid, meron po kaming 24/7 medical care, kaya sa amin po kayo pumunta. That's the kind of message that they're relaying. Basta't kaya ng hotel, ito yung ginagawa nila. Siyempre, kung ako din naman yung visitor, I would go to the hotels na meron 24/7 medical care. O, di ba? Wise din naman. Susunod, of course, another strategy of some people would be giving away free COVID essential tools or kits. And yan po yung ginawa namin during our tours. Nagsimula kaming magkaroon ng tours noong September. So, meron naman tayo trickles na tinatawag natin. Pakonti-konti. Ako kasi I'm a local tour operator talaga. I'm a very, very passionate local girl. I'm an Igorota, by the way. I'm from the Cordillera. Gusto ko talaga to promote Cordillera. Kaya very aggressive ako sa mga local tours namin like Baguio, Sagada, Pangawe, Mount Pulag, Mount Ulap, and everything about Cordillera. So ngayon, yung mga guests namin, syempre iba nag-hike, yung iba naman city tour lang. So whatever is their tour with us, yan, nagbibigay kami ng mga medical kits, COVID essential kits, di ba? Parang ganon. So may free mask, free wipes, tsaka alcohol, ganyan. Tapos meron din kaming naka-install na what do you call that, thermal scanner sa jeep namin. Meron kami tinatawag na creative jeepney, by the way. It's the first in Luzon, or at least in the Philippines. Creative jeepney. I can share that to you later on. pag may time pa tayo. And of course, literal na upgrade, especially for the hotels. Nag-upgrade sila ng accommodation nila. Normally, the price of, kunwari, 2,000 pesos, you will get the standard room. For them, they would upgrade you to a deluxe room or Plaza Lux double, mga ganyan, para ma-encourage yung mga tao na, pwede rin kayo dito pwede nyo rin gamitin to as a quarantine facility. Kasi syempre, di ba sabi nila, isa sa mga culprit ng COVID is yung walang ventilation, masyadong masikip. So pag mas malawak, mas madaling makamove yung naka-quarantine. At the same time, parang mas masarap sa pakiramdam kaysa yung ang sikip-sikip ng room mo, tapos nasistress ka pa, tapos may sakit ka pa, parang nasa ospital. So these are some of the upgrades that the hotel industry and the tourism industry have been applying and have been very effective on, diba? Survival. So that is the upgrade. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one. So tapos na tayo sa U. Susunod naman tayo would be, ayan, one of my favorite words. Big word, I call it of course, we call it the innovation. Innovate! Ano ba ibig sabihin ng innovate? Can anyone tell me? Please write it down at the chat box below. Okay, so mag-innovate. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng innovate? Okay? In short, diskarte. Dumiskarte ka. Mag-ano ka. Maging resourceful ka. Maging creative ka. Diba? Tignan nga natin kung merong sumagot dyan sa baba. So, new service products. Yes, ways. Find ways, diba, to survive. Okay? So, ito, strategy. Correct. Okay? Changes. And so, something new. Correct. Forceful. Yun, that's the word. So, we have to be creative. You have to make some changes, adjustments. We have to be flexible. Okay, so that's innovation. So I'd like to show you one of the first innovations of our industry, and we call this one the travel bubble. Diba? Ang travel bubble, ang ibig sabihin nito, there are two countries or maybe regions or maybe cities who have a bilateral agreement that they will exchange their residents, diba? Ng mas easier way. This one started the first travel bubble started actually sa Asia and Pacific. Sa atin nagsimula yan. And it established between China and Korea. Actually, meron din pala sa Australia and New Zealand. They're also one of the first ones, diba? So yun, yung parang nag-exchange sila ng mga residente nila. They allow their residents to go to their country and vice versa. Diba? This is also what they call the green corridor. Green corridor. Okay? Yung tinatawag natin na travel bubble. And here in the Philippines, I am proud to say naman po that we are one of the most aggressive. Kaya minsan, there are risks of being aggressive. Aggressive yung mayor natin eh. There are risks of being aggressive, but we are one of the first one to introduce this in the Philippines. We call it the Ridge and Reef Travel Bubble, which involved Baguio City, or it is an agreement between Baguio City and Region 1 na mag-exchange na kami ng turista. That started, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was in April nga, yata, I forgot na, April last year. Okay, nagsimula doon, and then, yun na, naging open na sa Luzon, and so on and so forth. And to the Philippines, our mayor kasi is applying the dance, and meron siyang tinatawag doon, parang dance and something tactic na parang ang gagawin mo, depende sa sitwasyon, i-open mo. Kung lumala, i-close mo. Parang gano'n, nag-ano ka. Fini-feel mo ba yung situation? So that's innovation, the travel bubble or tourism bubble. Okay. This May, magkakaroon ulit po tayo between La Union and Baguio. Ang magiging offer naman po namin, kaming mga tour operators, is that we can offer a package na tuhog na ang Baguio and La Union. So parang mountain, tapos dagat ng La Union, i-offer namin yan as a tour package to our guests. And it will be launched ngayong May 4, this Friday. Actually, yung MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, would be signed by Mayor this Friday. And then I think it will be launched on May 15 or May 16. Ayan. So hopefully, kung okay sa inyo, pwede nyo kayong lalabas, pwede nyo pong i-avail itong package na ito. Siyempre, kontakin nyo lang ako. Okay. Looking forward to avail. Oh, wow! Thank you, Alexander Lee. Sana po, please communicate with me agad yung travel and tour. Search mo lang po sa Facebook page namin. I really hope, kasi talagang walang-wala kami ngayon. Benta-benta ang aming ngayon. Diskarte. Okay. Susunod natin na innovation is strengthening the domestic tourism. Okay? Yan naman talaga Yan naman talaga yung isa dapat na gawin natin since very restricted ang international travel dahil the COVID came from outside the country, di ba? I-restrict natin ngayon ang international travel.
Mike Thompson, Bobby.
I'm sorry? Ayan, okay. So, baka nagkamali lang. So, restricted ang international travel. So, ngayon, domestic tourism ang strengthen natin. Okay? And did you know that with the proper strategy and incentives, domestic tourism can actually lead the bounce back and rebound in the recovery of the tourism industry? Let me explain it to you how and why. Marami sa ating mga medyo upper class or yung mga can afford na mga citizens ng Philippines who go abroad every year. I know some. Siyempre, nasa travel agency ako So, I have clients na yearly, kung saan sila pupunta, meron niyang schedule. Yung family o kaya siya man. Every year dapat yan. And it's always outside the country. Diba? Since restricted ang international, etong mga to na may pera at aligagang lumabas, kahit man lang feeling of going outside, they would avail of domestic tourism. Diba? I have this client nung November. They normally go to Europe. They would go to yung mga cold places, diba? During this time. Tapos since bawal, nagbagyo sila. Kasi nga closer to the cold countries, diba? So sabi nila malamig yung pinupuntahan namin na lugar. Since bawal, doon na lang kami sa Baguio, diba? So yung sabi nila sa akin, yung gagastusin nila dapat. Can you imagine kung magkano gastos? Sige, just to give you an idea. For a 4-day tour package, mahina na yung siguro, international, Europe 50, 60,000, di ba? All expense na yun, di ba? Depende yan kung anong season. Sabihin na natin, pinakamura siguro. Yan, 50 kasi airfare pa lang, around 40, 50,000 na. Di ba? So, ginastos nila ngayon sa Baguio, buong mag-anak. Can you imagine yung maitutulong nito? Ang tawag natin dito is the multiplier effect. From the farmer to the barbecue person, the nagbebenta ng taho, the vendor, the hotelier, the restaurant. Sa multiplier effect, lahat tayo makikinabang. And that's local tourism. And that's what we are. Ako, mismo yan talaga pinaglalaban ko na bago tayo pumunta sa ibang bansa sana, puntahan muna natin yung sarili nating lugar at tulungan natin, dito tayo gumastos, di ba? Para makatulong tayo sa mga localities, sa mga locals, sa mga farmers. Imagine mo yung strawberry na binibili, ilang naman yung nagbebenta yung nakikinabang dyan, yung farmer mismo. You know what I mean? So that's strengthening domestic tourism. And we can recover if we do this. Di ba? That's how we and the tourism offices have been strategizing. Okay, so that's strengthening domestic tourism. Another innovation of our industry is what we call the staycation. Sino sa inyong naka-experience na po ng staycation? Ako last year, na-try namin for the first time in my entire life. Diba? Parang tanga lang. Excuse my word. Parang tanga in the sense na, alam mo yun, the hotel that we went into is just 15 minutes away from our home, di ba? We availed of it because we want to feel this feeling of normalcy, di ba? Na parang, uy, nagbabakasyon ako. Pero deep inside, you're fooling yourself kasi nga, you are not really away from home or far, far away from home. This is what you call staycation. Okay, staycation is like vacationing within your community or city or within your area, outside your house. Okay? So ito pa po yung ginagawa ng mga hotels natin ngayon. So ini-encourage nila yung mga locals na magstay with them for a night or 2 nights, di ba? Yan ang kalakaran dito sa Baguio noon. So yung mga dati na hindi naman nakaka-enjoy sa sceneries ng Baguio dahil sobrang daming mga turista, ngayon sila yung nag-e-enjoy to go around. They enjoy the hotels, the services of the hotels na 5-star hotels dito na hindi naman nila pinupuntahan before and they wouldn't even think about going. dahil maganda yung offer, they would avail. Like for example, a 6,000 worth of accommodation for one night was offered to our local residents at 3,000. Syempre yung mga may kaya, papatusin nila. Go, let's do that. Let's avail that. Okay? So, who among you have experienced staycation? I just want to know. Just give me a raise of hand or answer at the chat box. So, last year pumunta kami, we call it the country home. Diba? Yan, si Erwin, nag-staycation daw siya. Okay, so, sarap sa feeling, no? Parang, kahit pa paano, nakalabas ka ng bahay mo. Okay, so that's another strategy of our industry. Let's proceed to virtual tours. So among you have had or have experienced virtual tour? Okay, ito yung isang bagay na dati ayoko talagang, it's a reality that I have to face. Syempre, as a tour operator, I organize tours, physical tours. So kung may virtual tour, lugi ang negosyo. Tama? Lugi kami. I really don't want to venture into this. Kasi parang ako very optimistic ako na, hindi, pabalik din yan. Ang mga tao ayaw nila ng virtual. Gusto nila, ang tour is physical pa rin yan. But it hit me. I have to innovate. I have to be open to the reality na kailangan talaga nating mag-adapt. Everything is digital nowadays. Okay, so mamaya meron akong announcement kasi mag-launch kami ng aming virtual travel or virtual tour na pwede nyo actually avail kahit students kayo because we will be offering it a very, very low price as our introductory price. Ayan. So, hopefully, makapag-partner tayo with your school or maybe kayo, personally, with your family. Diba? Kakaiba, virtual tour. So, paano kaya yun? Mamaya, explain ko po. So, ano yung mga tactics ng mga ibang mga travel agencies? I'd like to show you some. Here's a virtual tour organized by this company called Walk. Okay, Walks. Ang naman nila, ang offering nila is tours from home, highlights of Louvre. Okay, so from ancient Roman sculptures to Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, our guide will walk you through the history and intimate tales of some of the world's greatest and known treasures. Touring around. So, ano yan? This is 1-hour tour siya. Okay, meron din itong isa. Tours from home. Parang in sickness and in health, history of plagues, mga ganyan. So these are some of their offerings, di ba? Interesting. So sunod po is, this is another company, I think this is from Airbnb. Ayan, ang tawag nila dito is yung virtual walk at Buenos Aires Rose Garden. So similar to this, ang gagawin namin, i-launch namin, is that meron kang live tour guide who will walk you through the Rose Garden. Diba? So kahit pa paano, parang, ganyan pala yan. Pero nakatingin ka sa computer. So these are some of their innovations on virtual walk. And kung merong virtual tour, may virtual walk, meron ding virtual experience. Diba? So kesa naman puro tayo Netflix, meron yung iba who avails of this. This is from Walks Travel as well. Ang tawag nila dito is Tours from Home, Sunday Dinner in Italy with an Italian chef. Okay? Ito naman is traditional Greek cooking class from Athens. Diba? Kung ako, gusto ko rin mag-avail niya dahil naku-curious ako. Parang somehow these virtual tours are giving us an opportunity to see a glimpse of what's happening in other countries virtually without going there physically. Okay. So, susunod is yung another virtual experience. Yan. Ito naman is, he is an owner of a travel agency, a tour operator in Venice, Italy. So what she does is she plans a trip with a client. So she is a local of that city, and then magbubook ka sa kanya, tapos live na mag-uusap kayo. Then she will tell you about the do's and don'ts, everything, give you advice about the tour, diba? Very good idea. Okay? So before I move on, I'd like to just shout out ko lang si Honey May from YouTube. Ito po yung mga nanonood sa atin. Jeneline, ayan, make changes. Emery, Guaynet, hi, Dieter Ocampo. Charot, Marzo pala yun. Jemima, ayan, Justin. Okay, so everybody, hi. Hi to everyone. So, let's proceed with the next one. Ano nga ba yung innovation namin sa travel agency? Ito po yung share ko sa inyo. Okay, number 1. Hopefully yung teachers nyo nakikinig pa. baka pwede tayong mag-partner. So meron tayong tinatawag na OJT program na virtual. Okay, no physical involvement dito. Pero yung students have the option to have physical immersion for a few days or for a day. Depende yan sa choice ng teacher or yung school kung ano i-apply nila. Meron yung pure na virtual OJT program. Meron din naman yung hybrid. May physical at saka may virtual. Ayan. That's our first innovation po na ilo-launch po namin this month. So hopefully talaga yung ating school, kayo po makapartner namin sa Untitled Chapter and Tours. And susunod po natin is yung next is webinars. Siyempre, ito na po. Isa sa mga ginagawa ko po is webinars. I've been doing naman webinars since the pandemic. Pero this is one of my, this year po. We'll look forward to our... Oh, wow. Thank you, Ma'am Crizel. Thank you po. I really hope it will also help us in bouncing back and recovering. Grabe. Malaking tulong po yan. So that's our webinars. And thank you for availing of my services. Malaking tulong. I am telling you right now, malaking bagay to. So whatever that I have... Okay, just to be honest with you, whatever I will be... Kung ano man yung honorarium ko dito with my speak with you, it will go to my staff. Pasahod niya. Ayan, kaya you would know na alam nyo na malaking tulong sa amin yung pag-avail ng services namin. Okay? So that's the webinar. Okay? So susunod is yung ating, eto na, tantararan, yung sinasabi ko na kanina, ilo-launch po namin ang aming virtual tour. Alam nyo kung bakit? Kasi kami po, one of our biggest clientele would be schools, field trips, educational tours, diba? One of our biggest client with the University of Cordilleras, every year yan. And some other schools, diba? They go outside Baguio, Bulacan, anywhere in the Philippines and in the world. Iba meron pang Bangkok or Hong Kong, ganyan. And meron din naman yung ibang schools who go to Baguio or Cordillera. Ina-arrange din naman namin yan. Eh since nga hindi namin pwedeng gawin yan, ang gagawin na lang namin is we will be offering an educational tour na virtual. Okay? So field trip ng mga estudyante na virtual. Diba? So, interesting. Para naman meron tayong feeling of, nagbiyahe ako. Saan? Sa computer. Virtually. Okay. So, these are 3 of our innovations that we have to adopt talaga. Kailangan i-adopt namin ito. So, virtual tours and the OJT programs will be launched soon. Very soon na po. So, may mga ibang schools na kami kinakausap. Hopefully, yung school nyo din po. Alright, so that would be for the innovation of Untitled Travel and Tours. And allow me to share with you another story of a friend of mine. Kung paano sila nag-innovate. Okay. This restaurant is called The Forest House. Okay, team, next slide please. They have closed due to pandemic. Diba? Masaklap. Kasi they've been in the industry for 19 years already. So, kilalang-kilala talaga sila sa mga turista. Pero since tourist ang kanilang target market, wala namang turista. So, bagsak. At pinipressure pa sila sa rent. So, mahirap talaga. So, they opted to close. So, yun nga po, 19 years na sila. Team, go ahead. And these are out there, ito yung mga awards nila. Meron silang bed and breakfast. Ito yung dining nila. Para sila kasing semi-fine dining. Diba? So, syempre, mahirap naman ganun, no? Kung yung semi-fine dining mo, tapos lockdown, how will you execute that? It's hard. So, they closed. But, this is how they innovated. Okay, this is courtesy of Miss Raquel Versosa. She's a good friend of mine. And this is how they innovated. They came up with delivery from home or delivery to your home type of food service. Ang tawag po nila dito ay Raquel's Cuisine. Ayan. So, pwede po nilang i-deliver yung food nila. Iba kasi yung Forest House, iba yung market nila. Ito naman is pang-masa naman siya. Yung Raquel's Cuisine, so they will deliver their food to your home or to your office. So, sila, home-based na ngayon. So, parang in-adapt nila lahat ng staff nila from Forest House. Team, please, next slide. From Forest House, ito yung mga food nila. So, they have palabok. One of my favorite talaga is lumpia. Kung malapit lang talaga kayo, no, para matikman nyo sila. Hopefully, pag napadpad kayo dito sa Baguio, you can communicate with them si Rachel's Cuisine. Alright? So that's how they innovated. From fine dining, naging delivery food service sila. Diba? Okay. And ganda, ang ganda. Very, very progressive and very happy. Okay. And that is There's a lot more, pero it will take us a lot of time to discuss all of these innovations of different people and businesses in the industry. So tapos na po tayo sa REBUI, innovation. Susunod na po is letter L, and that represents what? Learn. Okay. At this time of pandemic, we really need to reboot. We need to reskill ourselves. We need to, we need to adapt and we need to learn new things. Okay? Ito yung sa mga unang natutunan ko because of this pandemic. Meron kaming tinatawag na, yung Facebook chat box. If you go to our Facebook account, team, go ahead. Ito, pakita ko sa inyo yung sample. Pumunta kayo sa yung mga malaming gadget dyan. Pwede kayo pumunta sa Messenger. Tapos type nyo si Agating Travel and Tours. Tapos mag-type kayo ng message kahit hi, hello lang. Tapos may lalabas automatic. Tawag nila doon yung bot or chat bot. Automatic lalabas siya. Ito, like for example, yun. Sabi niya, hi Anton, thank you for reaching out to Agating Travel and Tours, your friendly travel genie. How can we be of help? O, di ba? Nakakatuwa and it's very helpful talaga. So, salamat naman at merong ganitong mga aid sa atin. I learned this one because of the pandemic. So, during the onset, daming pinapa-webinar ng Department of Tourism and I learned. Ako mismo yung gumawa niyan. Ako mismo yung gumawa ng mga graphs niya, ano yung sasagot, ano yung gagawin. Can you imagine how helpful this was? Wala akong staff doon, di ba? 3 months. Wala akong staff. Hindi ko kaya lahat sagutin yung mga tanong nila. Kaya, lalo na yung mga sa refunds, di ba? Hindi ko kinaya talaga yon. Kaya nung ginawa ko to, malaking bagay. At least mas-scale down kung ano ba talaga yung kailangan nila. Kapag sagutin lang nila yung mga automatic questions, malalaman ko na exactly kung ano yung kailangan kong isagot sa kanila. As compared kung nag-chat kami ng live, diba? So this is a very grateful and helpful tool talaga. It helped me a lot. I'm happy. Up to now, ginagamit ko pa rin. And this because of the pandemic. Susunod is yung e-commerce. A lot of our tourism stakeholders have ventured into e-commerce. Dati wala naman silang mga websites, dati wala naman silang digital marketing, wala naman silang mga social media. Ngayon, kailangan nilang mag-venture sa ganito. Dati hindi natin alam kung ano ang Grab. Dati hindi natin alam kung ano yung PayPal. Diba? GCash. Ako, dahil lang sa pandemic, kaya nagkaroon ako ng GCash. At napakalaking bagay nitong mga to because of this pandemic. And it's part of learning. Okay? It's also a strategy to better our services. Okay? Kayo, ano ba yung mga learnings nyo ngayong pandemic? Can I see? Nung mga learnings natin ngayong pandemic? Sige, habang hinihintay ko yung sagot ninyo, I'll just take some water. Natutunan ba kayo ngayong pandemic o natuto lang kayong mag-Netflix at manood ng Money Heist? Can you answer me? Hello guys, are you there? Are you there? So it's 11:51 na. We still have 1 hour to go. Okay? Naku, natulog na yata kayo o baka kumakain na kayo dyan? Okay. So ayan, so we have lots of learnings this pandemic and I for one have a lot to share. Okay, so that's L, learning. Let's proceed to letter D. Letter D. Are you still there? Yan. Yes, ma'am. Learned a lot to transact online. Correct. Sabi ni Ira Lay. Ashley Tuginay. Miss Ashley, hi po. We have si Jemima and Honey May. Okay. All right, so let's proceed with letter D, diversification. Okay, ano ba ibig sabihin ng diversification? Sabi nga nila, in order to be wise in investments, you have to diversify your assets and your investments. If you want na to have a secure future and i-secure mo yung pera mo, investment mo, i-diversify mo. Diba? So, applicable to sa nangyari sa atin ngayong pandemic. Ibig sabihin ng diversification is mag-pivot ka, mag-redirect ka, o kaya naman mag-venture ka sa iba. It may or may not be related, pero kailangan mong gawin ito para mag-survive, di ba? So look at some of the hotels. Here's an example. So from a luxury hotel catering to leisure, from hotels catering to bed and breakfast, from simple hotels na accommodation lang talaga ang service nila, naging quarantine and isolation facility sila. O, di ba? So that's diversification. And this is sample, si Zen Rooms. So budget hotel daw siya and approved by Department of Tourism. 1,100 per night with 3 meals pa. O, di ba? So not bad. And this is some of the ways on how to diversify. Sa kami naman sa travel agency, kukwento lang short yung aming kwento. So let me share with you how are we diversifying. Okay. I came up with what I call the agad yung local shop. Kasi dati po, 'di ba, kami pong mga tour operator, what we provide is local tours, right? How did I respond to this one? Since we cannot provide tours to our guests physically, I came up with my channel, which I call the Mom Shijen channel. Yan na nga po, dyan kayo nanonood ngayon. Sa mga nasa YouTube, by the way, please do not forget to subscribe, ha? Dapat click nyo yung subscribe button dyan. Malaking tulong yan. Okay, subscribe po sa aking YouTube. Personal ko yan. Hindi kasi gumana yung aming official na YouTube channel, which is the Siling My Productions. Kaya our team, yung team pala ninyo, yung organizer ninyo, and I have decided to use yung Ma'am Shijen channel para seamless siya. Hindi na tayo magka-problema. So yan yung ginawa ko. What did I do? I had virtual tours. Diba? I share about the Baguio. I share about the history of Baguio. That's what my contents are all about. Kasi somehow, gusto kong makatulong, makais sa mga tao na kahit hindi sila makabiyahe, matutuman lang sila about our destination. Tapos, nung pwede nang lumabas, I go out and then I take a video of the places and I guide them. Ako mismo yung tour guide. Kasi by the way, I'm also a licensed DOT accredited tour guide. That was one of my very first official tourism profession, diba? So, ginaid ko talaga sila. May history pa, ganyan. You can check my videos if you want to know more about Baguio. Diba? So, dyan ako nagsimula last year. Tapos nung una, lang talaga passion. Tapos sineryoso ko na siya hanggang sa maging official YouTube partner and creator na talaga ako. So, may mga followers din naman tayo kahit papaano. And that's how I answered yung no physical tours. That's how I handled it. Paano naman yung mga isang bagay na pinupuntahan ng mga turista dito? Let me ask you a question. Who among you, or sige, let me rephrase the question. Aside from the tourist attractions, the view of Baguio, and the weather, ano yung mga pinupuntahan nyo dito sa Baguio? Bakit kayo pumupunta rito? At ano yung namimiss nyo sa Baguio? Come on, I want to know your answers. I'm sure nakapunta na kayo dito. Most of you or some of you, malapit lang kayo. There you go! Food, strawberry. Ay, si Sir Erwin, work talaga. Hindi ko pwedeng ma-provide yung work. Aside from the cold weather, ito yung mga hinahanap ng mga tao. Taho! Okay? Strawberry. Ano pa? Ube jam. Good taste. At saka yung mga local products natin according to Alexander Lee. Night market daw. Ayan, souvenirs. So, these are the tangible products that people look forward to when they go to Baguio, right? So, sabi ko sa isip ko, if people cannot come to Baguio to experience, eat, and to avail of these products, buy these products, then I will bring these goods to them. That's why we came up with the Agatyang local shop, wherein we are going to ship your products. Ano yung mga kinikrave nyo dito sa Baguio? Name it, kahit ano yan. Ipo-provide namin yan sa'yo, isi-ship namin yan sa'yo sa bahay mo. Or kung dun sa terminal na available. So, sa Manila, marami akong naging clients. Yung isa sa mga ino-order nila aside from the jams ng Good Shepherd, 'di ba? Ito yung mga strawberry. Ayan, nag-deliver ako sa Victory Liner. Meron din akong products from Sagada, yung what do you call this? Yung parang yung nakikita niyo sa photo. Nawala sa persimmon. Nawala sa utak ko. Yung persimmon, oranges, mga ganyan. And all other products of Baguio na gusto mo, kahit ano yan, pwede namin i-ship yan sa iyong bahay o malapit sa iyong destination. So, yun yung naging diversification namin. That's how we have diversified our source of income para mabuhay, di ba? Para mag-survive. Pero napaka-ano talaga, mahirap pala. Ang hirap niya kasi nung bagong-bago yan, ako mismo lahat. 1-man team ako. Kasi bawal pang lumabas yung staff. So ako nagbabalot ng mga jam na yan. Ako nagpe-prepare while I'm carrying my son. Kasi I'm also a full-time mother. At the same time, I'm a career person, a business owner. Wala rin kaming helper. Wala na. Mula nung nag-pandemic, wala kaming helper kasi umuwi na yung aming kasama sa bahay. So imagine mo, I have to do everything on my own. It's really, really hard. Kaya bawat sentimo, yung 10 pesos, 20 pesos na kinikita namin dyan sa yung markup namin dito, malaking bagay talaga sa amin. This is the reality, guys. Kayong mga estudyante, hindi nyo pa siguro nararamdaman, pero kami na nasa business, sa industriya natin, ang hirap talaga. Pero kailangan nating maging, ano yung golden word? Resilient. Diba? Kailangan, magic word pala, golden word. Resiliency. Very good. Galing kay Arnel. Ayan, so that's what we have been doing. Yan yung mga local shop. By the way, meron din kaming pinadalhan sa Germany. Yan yung pinakamalayo na pinadalhan ko. Germany, meron kami sa Bulacan, La Union, ganyan. And meron din kaming isa pang diversification. Ito, let me share with you. Ito. Nung onset kasi ng pandemic, di ba, nangangailangan ng yung mga tao ng mask. Okay, team? Next slide, please. Okay. I want kasi to help our weavers. Whatever I do kasi, I always want our local community to benefit from it. So, instead na kumuha ko from China, ibenta ko yung mga mask. Although nagawa ko siya nung una, pero nagsisi ako. Ito yung mga weave mask namin, yung tinatawag namin na ikat. Okay? Or in Ilocano, inabol. Diba? Inabol. Talagang handmade ng mga products yan. Okay? Ito yung mga benta namin. Up to now, meron pa rin naman kami. And then, ang ginawa namin, since uso ang webinars ngayon, diba? Uso ang webinars. Ang mangyayari dyan, yung tokens sa mga speakers. That's what we do. Assemble kami ng mga local products as a token to the speakers, and then we ship. Kaya malaking tulong ginagawa namin dun sa mga organizers kasi hindi na nila kailangan lumabas at maghanap pa kung saan man silang lupalog ng lugar pupunta at kukuha ng ibibigay sa speaker nila. So very convenient for them kasi ang ginagawa ko, contact lang nila kami. Ma'am, pahalan na po kayo, local products. And ang ginagawa ko, ayan, kung makikita niyo yung picture, pipicturean ko muna. Okay po ba sa inyong ganitong combination, ma'am? Kung okay sila, sige, papadala namin. So kung within Baguio, ang gagamitin natin is yung mga rider ng Baguio. Pero kung outside Baguio, ang mga speakers nila, meron akong courier partner na dinadala, ibabox ko siya. Sayang, wala ako yung picture nung parang may Christmas box kami na ang cute, tapos naka-wrap siya. Tapos dadating sa speaker ninyo on the day of their webinar or a day after. Maximum siguro yung 3 days, depende kung nasaan sila. O diba, at least meron pa rin sila yung token of appreciation ninyo. Diba? So, yan yung ginagawa namin ngayon. And next, this May, may nabook sa amin, Rotary Club naman. Last month kasi, it's a school. St. Louis University, kami yung ng mga tokens ng speakers nila. There's about 20 na speakers kasi iba-ibang classes. Ngayon naman, Rotary Club. Ito nakakatuwa. So, malaking bagay, tulong din sa atin yan. Nakakatulong din tayo sa farmers natin, sa mga local producers natin, at saka sa local community. Alright? So, that's how we are innovating, guys. Can I hear from you? Okay ba yun? Okay ba yung Are we good? I hope you're learning so far. Okay, so let's proceed to Letter P. Malapit na po tayong matapos, mga anak. Dati rin kasi akong teacher. Ang tawag ko rin sa mga estudyante ko dati, narinig ko kasi si ma'am nyo. She calls you anak. Okay, there. Let's proceed with the letter P. Yes, ma'am. Sabi ni Neve Camila. Let's check na dito sa ating live chat. Night market. Sorry, yung taho, hindi ko mapapadala yung taho. Okay? Yung strawberry, pwede pa. Tignan ko nga, ano ba yung mga gustong-gusto niyo about Baguio? Sige, taho. Yung night market, pasensya, hindi ko madadala. Pero, ukay-ukay, pwede. Marami akong kamag-anak na, alam mo, bagsak din sila. Yung wagwagan. Bagsak din sila talaga. Kaya, pwede, baka gusto nyong ano sila, may live sila ngayon eh. Pine trees, pasensya, hindi ko madadala ang pine tree dyan. Okay, ano pa ba? Night market. Gusto ko pong mag-travel. Ukay. Yun! Horses! Francis, sorry, I cannot bring horses to your place. Oo, talagang kailangan puntahan mo siya dito. Pero pwede kitang padalhan ng wooden horse kung gusto mo as a souvenir. Anything na kailangan nyo sa Baguio, pwede po namin ipadala. Souvenirs, yes, definitely. Walis pala, pati walis, nagpapadala din kami. Oo. Pati nga, wine. We can do cactus. Hindi ko pa na-try magpadala ng cactus. Kasi ano yan eh, live. Parang considered live yan, hindi yata pa. Joker. What do you mean Joker? Galaxy S6. What do you mean Joker? Okay, sundot ko langot. Anong Joker? May product ba ang Baguio na Joker? Okay, so bugnay wine. Yes, so these are some of the things na we help. Necklace. Choker, my dear. Baka choker, you mean choker. Ayan yung choker dito sa necklace. Ayan. Okay, so thank you for answering, Riza Lengua, Cactus Mom. Yung mura po dyan. Sige, pwede naman. Pwede ko siguro pa Victory Liner. Message nyo lang ako. Meron akong page, Mom She Jen. O kaya sa Facebook ko. Strawberry pwede rin. Ano to? Nag-live selling tayo? Mine? Pa-mine na lang. Okay. Alright, so let's proceed. Mga anak, ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed with letter P. Okay, and this represents promotion. And the promotions is actually the one that translates our services to cash and to money. Diba? And sustainability. So we cannot sustain our business if we don't have cash. Sabi nga nila, cash is king. So I'd like to share to you the strategies of these two tourism stakeholders na talagang nagustuhan ko. Ito, with the Baguio Country Club, I was impressed. Kaya sabi ko, gayahin ko nga ito. I was impressed with their buy now, stay later gift certificate promo. Alam nyo kung magkano? 1,000 pesos siya per night, per room. Ang room nila is almost 6,000 pesos. Ang maganda pa dun sa kanilang gift certificate, no expiry. So ano yan? Unlimited. I mean, travel anytime or any... Although, ang restriction niya, between May to September lang. Pero good deal na siya for me, syempre, diba? So, 1,000 pesos per night per room. 2 tao na yun, diba? So, ang daming nag-avail nito. Pero pasensya na kayo, nag-end na yung promo nila nung May, strawberry jam, no, April 30. Nag-end na yung promo nila. And you know what? They were able to sell almost 1,000, more than 1,000 rooms. Diba? So, i-compute nyo na lang yun. Almost 1 million. Diba? Yung nakuha nila na sales or na-generate nila na sales from this gift certificate promo alone. Diba? Kasi alam mo they need to do this one because cash is king. So, somehow, this money that they have raised will be able to sustain them and will be able to pay their overhead expenses for the coming months. Diba? They have to be wise and they were wise about it. Kaya ako, bumili rin ako. Diba? So I was able to buy a lot kasi syempre it will be offered to our guests and future needs. Investment. Kailangan talaga natin mag-invest. Okay? Pero kung gusto niyo mag-avail nito, you let me know na po. Pwede naman. Kasi magkakaroon po kami ng honeymoon package tapos sa Baguio Country Club. By the way, Baguio Country Club is the only 5-star accommodation in Baguio City, and they are an only membership club, and kami po ay partners. Ibig sabihin, pwede po kayo magstay with them. You can course it through us. Pwede rin naman kayong dumiretso, pero pwede rin naman sa app. Okay. So, susunod po is Cebu Pacific. Meron silang tinatawag, balik ka muna, Tim. Yung Cebu Pacific, may deal sila ng 99 pesos lang. Bili na kayo. Kaya kung pwede pa tong promo na to. And buy all you can, fly when you can. So, 99 pesos lang for domestic destinations. Diba? So, good deal na rin siya. And these are the promotions that they've been doing, and there's a lot more. Marami pa akong nakikita. Pero ito talaga yung pwedeng applicable sa inyong industriya. Alright? So, that is letter P. Promotions, one of the best tactics and strategies that our industry should be aggressive on. Okay. Ayan. Susunod is advance payment din. Parang yung sinabi ko kanina, yung gift certificate, advance payment. So parang magbayad ka ngayon and travel later. Yan din yung isa ginagawa namin before. Okay. Pero itong dalawang to talaga, si Country Club tsaka si Cebu Pacific, sobrang mura. In fairness. Okay, let's proceed with digital marketing. This is another means of promoting your services. Yan na talaga. It is now the trend. Digital marketing. Okay? So, we really need to adapt to this already. Diba? And according to one of the experts, sabi niya, she encourages destinations to think now about experiences that they can offer online, like virtual museum tours and video content. Yeah, yung ginagawa ko, video content creation yun, yung YouTube. Okay? And develop digital platforms for our future and for at the present as well. So digital marketing is the trend now. Okay? So this is one way of maximizing the pandemic. Diba? How? Paano pa? How? Yung social media alone. Diba? That's digital marketing. You have to market and promote your products and packages sa social media. So lahat na ng mga kumpanya ngayon, may sariling Facebook page, may ako mismo na content creator, I also have a fan page. Ang tawag sa kanya is yung Ma'am Shijen. Maraming nagsasabi sa akin, mag-Instagram ako, pero parang hindi ko na kaya. Pero kailangan nating mag-adapt sa digital marketing. So ang dami-dami, lahat na ng platform. Alam niyo kung ayoko lang talaga yung TikTok. hindi, wala akong ganun. Instagram, iniisip ko, baka pwede. Maybe next month, gawa ako. Pero yung TikTok, wala talaga. Never ko pa na-try yun. Sino sa inyo nagti-TikTok dyan? Okay, that's part of digital marketing. Maraming yung nakaka-sale sa TikTok din eh. Okay, TikTok by the way. Hindi TikTok, hindi daw TikTok. Kasi hindi yan Filipino brand. TikTok, parang clock. TikTok. Alright, so that is letter P. Let us now move on to the last tactic or strategy for our rebuild PR, and that would be, resiliency. Okay. Ay, nako. Nakakalungkot ang pangyayari sa atin, pero kailangan talaga natin maging matibay. Diba? Alam niyo po ba ang resiliency? It is originated, or the idea of resilience was actually originally originally coming from the environmental ecology. Di ba nasa ecology pala kayo, human ecology pala kayo, no? The ecology is the study of nature, di ba? So that's ecology. And did you know that the principle of resilience as it relates to ecosystem sustainability is the capacity of the environment to recover from diverse impacts, and then the ability for particular ecosystem to bounce back from a disruption such as flood or wildfire. The ecology concept is now being applied to societies and communities affected by systematic impacts such as climate change, crisis, at saka ito nga po, recently, itong pandemic natin. So if you look at the tree, tignan nyo sa photo. Yung unang photo dyan is the tree, which is bent. Sabi niya, when you bend with the wind, but you don't break in the storm, it means that you are resilient. Diba? You go with the flow. Mabibend ka talaga eh. Ganun talaga eh. Pero hindi ka nag-break, it means you are resilient. Diba? So that's resiliency. Look at this flower. Kahit natigang na yung lupa, very dry yung soil na pinag-growhan niya, he or she, parang na, the flower, she still blooms. And that is resilience as well. So let's look at this definition. The definition of resilience is the ability to, let me ask someone to read it. Can anyone read it for me, please? Anyone? Any volunteer? I'd like to hear from you. Parang ano lang tayo, recitation sa klase. Please unmute your button. Who wants to read? Bibigyan kita ng reward. Sino gusto magbasa? May Skyflex. Mapadala ko sa'yo. Anyone? Abigail, Erwin, Laureline, sino gusto magbasa dyan? Anybody? Just this statement. Ito lang, statement na to. Tingnan natin. Okay, LV. Ayan, so go, LV. Turn on your audio. Go, read it, please.
The definition of resilience is the ability to resist, absorb, accommodate to, and recover from the effects of a hazard and in a timely and efficient manner, including through the preservation and restoration of essential basic structures and functions.
Alright, so anong naintindihan mo dito? Sige, LV, ba't bigla kang nag-unmute? Okay, so iba naman. Sino gusto mag-explain nito? Sir Alexander Lee. Si Mr. Alexander Lee, can you explain ko ano yung binasa ni LV? Please unmute your button. Kindly unmute your audio. Nag-raise ka ng hand eh. Alexander Lee or anyone who wants to expound or explain in layman's term ano ibig sabihin ng resiliency based on the definition. Go ahead. Mag-unmute na kayo kahit sino sa inyo. Go ahead. May Skyflix ka din from me. Anyone? Nako, nung sinabi kong explain, wala na. Okay. So, nabasa ko dito, sabi ni Alexander Lee, is flexibility. Definitely. You are flexible and you know how to adapt. Yun ang resiliency. Marunong kang mag-absorb. Marunong kang matibay ka. Ganyan. So, yan yung flexibility. Yan ang resiliency. Alright? So, I am very happy na I am blessed with resilience kasi there are some people who are not strong enough. So they resort to suicide. Diba? Yung mga nagde-depress na mga kababayan natin na hindi kinaya itong pandemic. May mga kakilala ako na nag-a-attempt mag-suicide kasi nalugi yung negosyo. Meron naman yung iba na hindi na nila kaya yung naka-lockdown. They resorted to suicide. Diba? So these are the things na nakakalungkot. Exactly. Sabi ni Erwin, katatagan. Ganyan nga. So, pagsama-samahin natin yung tibay, flexibility, adapt, you know how to adapt. These are all called resiliency. Okay. Ayan. Sabi ni Jemima from YouTube, resiliency is equivalent to elasticity. Ano pa? Ano pang gusto niyo isama? Elasticity, flexibility, and so on and so forth. Alright, so that would be resilience. Okay, so kung nasa industriya man kayo ngayon na nahihirapan din, o yung mga magulang ninyo, you have to help them, help each other, para malampasan natin to isa tayo. And pag nade-depress kayo, find someone to talk to. Okay, find someone to talk to. Kailangan gawan natin ng paraan kasi this is just temporary. I'm telling you already. Okay, so let's see. Being resilient gives people the strength needed to process and overcome hardships. Definitely. Diba? So, resilience is about bouncing back. It's about... LV, you want to say something? Okay? Ayan. All right. So that is resilience. We can do it. We will bounce back, and that would be very, very soon. Okay, so now let us have a review of what we have discussed for today. O, diba? Mabilis na lang tayo. Few more slides and then I'll be done in a moment. Okay, I'd like everybody to unmute. Or kung sino man yung pwedeng mag-unmute sa inyo at meron tayong mag-recitation tayo. gusto ko i-close ninyo yung mga notes nyo or yung mga kung ano man yung, kung may kopya kayo nito, gusto ko malaman kung nakikinig kayo. So let us see who among you are listening. We will now recite ano ba yung mga meaning or yung mga words that represents each letter dito sa ating Rebuild PR. Okay, so what does R mean?
Respond.
Very
Respond.
good. Alexander Lee, Nevi, sino pa yung mga sumasagot dyan? Respond. Respond to what? What? To the
crisis.
To the risk. That's right. Respond right away. How about letter E? Uy, wag mo muna
Establish security.
What's letter E?
Establish security.
Very good.
Establish
Sumagot yung manok. Sabi niya, establish security. It means that we need to establish confidence of clients and customers to travel, for the opportunity to travel again. Letter B, guys?
Business, ma'am.
Continuity.
Very good. Business continuity. Laban lang. Ituloy natin. We need to survive this. Cut cost. Be flexible. Diba? Letter U?
Upgrade.
Very good. Upgrade. Let us upgrade our services. Add value to our services. Upgrade the room and all other possible extras that we can give to our guests. Letter I.
Innovate.
Propose pa pangalan nito. Melanie, very good kayo. Innovate. Innovate means that we have to think outside the box. We have to rethink of things na pwede natin i-offer sa mga guests natin. Okay. And L represents?
Learn, ma'am.
Lang yung maalala, learning. We need to retool ourselves, reskill ourselves. And what else? Reinvent. No, not reinvent. Kasi reinvent is more of innovate and reskill and retool and learn new things. Okay. And the last one for
Diversify.
Diversify. We have to look for other things. We have to pivot our business in order to survive this pandemic. Diba? Mag-pivot tayo, mag-diversify. Ilagay natin yung mga iba natin investment sa ibang mga opportunities out there. That's diversification. And letter P?
Promotion.
The promotions is effective if it translates into cash or sales. Kaya dapat maging aggressive tayo sa promotions natin sa ating mga services. And the last one, ladies and gentlemen, is
Resilient.
So this is what we call the
Strategies.
So what are these tactics and strategies? This is called the Rebuild PR. Thank you very much. Please give yourselves a round of applause.
Thank you.
Paano yung sarili ko at nakikinig kayo, alam nyo, it's a blessing if you are learning. I always believe in that. Pwede na kayong mag-unmute kasi magkakaroon tayo ng quick break. Okay, before we go on a quick break, I just want to share with you, one of the things, I'll share with you my secret. Kung nasaan man ako ngayon, kung ano man yung knowledge na meron ako, because I'm very hungry to learn. Dapat gutom kayo sa knowledge. Kung gutom ka at curious ka na tao, you will go a long, long way. So you have to listen. Libre tong webinar nyo na to, right? Libre to. Tama ba ako? I mean, at least for the participants. Libre to. Binigyan kayo ng ganitong oportunidad. Seize it. Diba? Take advantage of it. You have to appreciate these kinds of webinars because knowledge is, sabi ni Ernie Baron, knowledge is what? Power. Okay? So, ay nako, ang sarap ng pakiramdam na makapag-share sa inyo. So, next slide. Nasaan na si Ay, nalis na niya. Ayun, questions yung next slide actually. Do you have any question before we go for a quick break? Go ahead. Shoot, take it away. Any question? Kahit ano. Before I go for a break, magpapagames yung inyong mga organizers. Go ahead. Hi. Nakikita ko sa YouTube si Nicole. Oh, Nicole Pasqua. There. You're there, Nicole. You're on YouTube. Artista na kayo. Okay. Ba't walang nagtatanong? Go. Question, please. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Huwag kayong mahihiya, ha? Okay. Sabi ni Pressy, Ma'am Jennifer, pwede bang Ma'am Jen na lang? Alam niyo yung pangalan ko na yan. Ah, ano daw yan curse. Bigay ng aking ewan ko kung bakit ganyan yung spelling. Pinagtatawanan ako dyan Jennifer, sabi nila. So you can just call me Ma'am Jen. But that is really the spelling of my name. Oh, that's a trivia. Jennifer. So call me Ma'am Jen na lang, ha? Or Miss Jen. It is a simple, difficult question at the end. If the crisis is short and intense, it will pass, or will the economy and tourism, wait lang ha, medyo na nosebleed ako dun sa question natin. Okay, ulitin natin. A simple but difficult question at the end. If the crisis is short and intense, okay, it will pass, or will the company and tourism in particular have to live with the consequences for a long time? Wait lang, di ko mag-gets pa yung question. If the crisis is short and intense, it will pass. Will it pass? Ganun ba yung question mo? Will it pass, or will the company and tourism in particular have to live with the consequences for the long term? Okay. It will pass. Or will the company? Okay, this is how I understand your question, ha? You're asking me whether, Ma'am Jen, sige, isa muna. You're asking me whether or not the companies can live ba with the consequences and the effects of this crisis. Is that what you mean? So definitely, sige. Sabi ni Presi, ganun daw yung question niya. Okay, definitely. I have shown you the graph a while ago of the different scenarios that may happen to our industry. Kung kailan, may tatlong scenario yun eh. Nakita mo yung by mid-2021, makaka-recover na agad tayo. Meron yung iba naman, fourth quarter, yung isang scenario. Yung isa naman is 2023. Diba? Yung isa naman is late na, by 2024 na. But definitely, we will go there. I'm very positive naman that we will recover. It's just a matter and the question of when. But because of the resiliency, ito talaga yung magic word eh. If you are resilient, then you will be able to bounce back and you can recover. Diba? Yung mga tactics na sabi ko na sa inyo kanina, innovation, diversification, these are all the strategies on how we can bounce back faster. Okay? Hindi man siya mabilis, paunti-unti man siya, pero kung nagawa natin lahat ng mga strategies na to, or at least most of them, then kahit papano, we can live by it. You know what I mean? Ma-accept natin yung new normal. Diba? We can stay afloat without getting into too much debt or utang, or without getting too depressed. Okay? So we can do it. Ito yung mga strategies na pwedeng gawin natin at ginagawa ng mga industry, businesses, and practitioners. That's why they are able to live by it and they're able to stay afloat. I hope I have answered that question.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Si Ira Lane naman, sabi niya, hello, Ma'am Jen. Thank you very much for a very interactive presentation. Oh, thank you. Ganito talaga ako, pati pag nagtuturo. Kasi I want you to learn eh. Ayoko masyadong too formal. Okay, minsan katawa-tawa na ako, pero importante na natututo kayo, right? So sabi dito, my question is, this pandemic has turned everybody to cybernauts. Okay. Okay, please, enlighten me. What's cybernauts? Since almost everything is done. Okay. Cyber lahat. Okay. How could travel agencies cope up to this change in the customer behavior? Mahirap talaga siya. Pero yun nga, nag-i-introduce kami ng, kung hindi pa pwede ang physical, nagko-cope up kami. Ito nga dahil sa ating panibagong virtual tour. Ito yung isa naming offering para maka-cope up dun sa cyber, ano ba tawag nila doon? Cybermania. Diba? Or cyber frenzy na tinatawag. So yan, meron tayong virtual tours na offering. Pero kung pwede na, nag-i-ease na yung travel border at nag-a-accept na ng mga turista, may pagkakaiba talaga ang behavior ng mga turista. Meron yung iba na praning. Praning lagi. Na parang, alam mo yun, that's a change in behavior. Siyempre, kung nagtutour ka, para kang paranoid ka. Baka may COVID yan, o baka may ano. Actually, that's a good thing kasi you have to treat everyone like they're infected para ma-protect mo yung sarili mo. That's how we really need to adapt to that. And we can do this one by always orienting them, by always reassuring them, giving them some sort of confidence that it's safe, it's okay, ganyan. And syempre, to make sure na ma-implement natin lahat ng mga safety protocols para safe lahat yung mga stakeholders natin. Kasi kung napansin nyo kanina, di ba, yung isa sa mga sinabi, you have to protect all your stakeholders, tourists, guests, owners, staff, and everybody. Okay, I hope I answered your question, Raleigh. Here's another one. Ma'am Jen, how innovation affects the business operation? Definitely. Kung hindi ka innovative, ay nga auntie. Di ba, wala ka, mapag-iiwanan ka. Okay, kailangan mo mag-innovate. Ma'am, I have a question. Do hotel and restaurants businesses still stand on chance in times of social distancing? Yeah, meron sila na nakaka-survive pa rin naman sila. Dito sa Baguio, actually, kasi kung sobrang lugmok sila, magko-close pero hindi. Nakikita ko dito sa Baguio, may pag-asa. Kasi malakas ang staycation din dito, nagsi-staycation sila. Nasabi ko na lahat sa inyo kanina yan, yung mga strategies nila kung paano sila nagba-bounce back or nagre-recover. Yan. Social distancing. At saka sila may restrictions. Like, kunwari sa isang room, kailangan 2 lang, mga ganyan. Room good for 5, up to 3 lang. Hindi pwede yung magkaiba kayo ng bahay, tapos iisang room kayo. Dapat same household lang kayo if you want to stay in one room. Ganyan, mga restrictions nila. Kahit may social distancing, nagagawa ng paraan. Ako pala sa travel agency, nagpalagay ako ng barrier or divider. Yung meron kasi kaming tinatawag na creative jeepney. Yung creative jeepney ko, 5 rows yon. So, pwede siya up to 20 on a normal day. Pero kung hindi normal, 10 siya. Kasi may barrier ako na nilagay. May acrylic ako na pina-install dun sa jeepney namin. Maganda siya. I-search nyo, Sulig My Jeepney. Okay? And then next, hello ma'am, did you cope up with the trends of the industry during this pandemic? How did you cope up? Nabanggit ko na siya kanina. Sakit na ng lalamunan ko, ulitin ko pa. Pero repost just for the sake of your answer. Pwede mong ulitin itong video na ito. Nasa YouTube naman siya. You can check all the details that I have shared with you a while ago. Baka hindi mo lang siya naabutan. Pero quick answer lang. Nag-adapt. Nag-adapt ako sa trend. Diba? Digital daw Kailangan daw may GCash Okay. Kailangan daw may Autobot Okay. Go ahead. Lahat. I have to adapt. Otherwise, mapag-iiwanan ka. Okay. So that's how I coped up. Okay, what else? Ma'am, do you have we have a website, www.agatyangtravel.com. www.agatyangtravel.com. Ayan, small letters. So, nilagay ko siya sa chat box. Small letters yan, ha? Ano pa? Saan yung last question? So you'll be able to know. Do you have a website so that we'll be able to know more? You can actually check our Facebook. Mas active kami sa Facebook account namin. I'll chat it down here. Agatyang Travel and Tours. That is the name of our page and yung aming account, Agatyang Tours. Yan yung account namin. Yung ko naman, yung YouTube fan page ko is Ma'am Jen. Ayan, nandun lahat sa chat box. Okay, next question. This is my question for you. What is the biggest investment undertaken by travel agencies or tour operators like you po during this pandemic? I think it would be hindi naman masyadong malaki kasi alam mo kami, namin. Our premise is big. You know what I mean? Our premise is the battle happens not within our office. The battle happens at the destinations. Gets niyo ibig kong sabihin? Kasi syempre, when we tour our guests, we bring them outside. So, we don't have to invest too much, masyadong malaki, pagdating sa mga infrastructure, ganyan. Oo. Pero for me personally, ang pinakamalaki siguro na, pinakamahal na binili ko is yung pinalagyan ko ng divider yung aming jeepney. Diba? Na material investment. Tsaka yung nagbibili kami ng mga alcohol, ano pa, yung mga scanners and other COVID essentials to make sure na yung staff ko is protected. Nagpalagay din kasi ako ng barrier sa office. Yun. So that would be my biggest investment related to COVID. Okay, next one. How does insurance change in this pandemic? Insurance. Ako naman, believer naman ako ng insurance ever since. So, I always believe na importante ang insurance sa atin. So, maraming nag-avail. Pero yung iba kasi, ang hindrance sa iba, money. Kasi nga walang source of income. So, short din sila sa funds. Kaya hindi nag-avail. Pero yung iba, mas na-appreciate nila ang insurance. I have a friend, alam mo, ayoko saan ikwento pero para maintindihan nyo kung gaano ka-importante ang insurance. May friend ako, yung husband niya, kinuhanan niya yung husband niya ng insurance niya, siguro 2 months before. 2 months, sometime November or December, I forgot na. Or October, ganun. Tapos alam mo, after 2 months, namatay. Because of COVID. Thank God, may nakuha silang, meron silang, nag-apply siya for insurance. Kasi ang laki ng ginastos niya. See? So it's very important. Okay, advice for HRM graduating students for career and advice for continuing. Alam niyo, panoorin niyo yung yung mga vlogs ko. Nasa Suligmay. Sulat ko. Suligmay Productions. Okay. Lahat ng mga inspirational talk, webinars, nandun yan sa Suligmay Productions. 2 kasi yung channel namin. Ang channel ko, yung personal channel ko is more of tours, more of culture, more of practical things about life, ganyan. Pero pagka webinar related, nandun sa aking Suligmay Productions. That would be our official YouTube channel para sa ating webinars, seminars, and para sa inyo talaga yan. So, I encourage you to go there. And then sana, kung pumunta kayo dun sa Suligmay Productions, pati rin siya, Ma'am Jen, by the way, i-click nyo yung bell all. Kasi pag di ba, pag nag-subscribe kayo, tapos sa tabi niya may parang bell, pag click nyo yung bell, i-click nyo yung all. Ang ibig sabihin, notify kayo kapag merong upload na bago. Yan. May bigyan kayo ng notification. Ang dami kong na-upload doon, panoorin ninyo, very inspiring. Sabi ko, sana maraming makapanood na students. And ang dami rin sa mga teachers, pwedeng may resources kayo doon. How to put up a travel agency, nilagay ko dyan. Ang susunod ko na gagawin is about, techniques in tour guiding. There's a lot. Pwede tong resources ng teachers at saka students. Pati rin practitioners. Okay? Okay ba yun? Okay, next is, this is my question for you. Ano pa? Ma'am, innovation guarantee for entrepreneurial success po, ma'am. This is a question for you. Okay, Erwin, kindly, ano ba yung what you want to know? Ma'am, innovation guarantee. Anong ibig mong sabihin for entrepreneurial success? Ano to, topic ng next seminar or you want me to answer it now na parang guarantee na sagot para maging successful ka as an entrepreneur? Ganun ba yun? Is that what you mean, Erwin? Okay. Sorry, I got it na. Is innovation a guarantee for entrepreneurial success? Right. Is innovation a guarantee for alam mo kasi, entrepreneurial success is composed of a lot of ingredients. And one of the major ingredient would be innovation. Okay? So kung magaling kang mag-innovate, meaning is resourceful ka, very creative ka, then you can be a very successful entrepreneur. However, kung nagkukulang ka naman sa financial skills, pwede kang bumagsak. So it's really, I cannot say na it is a guarantee talaga na basta't magaling ka mag-innovate, successful ka, hindi. Kasi it requires other skills that you have to have. But I assure you that that innovation is one of the most ideal quality of an entrepreneur if you really want to be successful. Diba? Sige. I hope I answered that. Tama ba, Arwin? Nasagot ko ba yung iyong katanungan? Hi, Arnel. Wow, sabi niya subscribe. Thank you sa pag-subscribe. Malaking bagay. Hello, ma'am. COVID-19 has slightly changed our ways of learning and most of us probably feeling uncertain about our future. What is the best advice that you can give, especially for graduating students? Alam niyo, nagbigay rin ako ng talk about that. Nandun din sa suling may productions channel ko. Pero, sige, mabilis ang sagot. Okay. Yeah, totoo yan. What is the best advice that you can give special for graduate? Okay. Nagbigay ako nito. Tignan niyo, hanapin niyo. This is exactly what I was talking about during that talk. Ang title niya yata is there hope for tourism? Parang ganun. Tingnan niyo na lang. I-browse niyo yung sulig may channel ko. Nandun yung sagot dito sa katanungan mo. Pero for now, bigyan kita ng quick advice. Don't lose hope. Remember that our industry is a seasonal industry. So this too shall pass. Yun lang. This too shall pass. So don't get depressed. Just have faith kasi darating din yung recovery para sa ating industriya. Okay? Just enjoy what you're doing. And always remember this one. Always be passionate with what you do. Because if you are passionate with what you do, you will never feel that you are working at all. So that includes studying. So kahit na they're very depressing, look at the silver lining. Tignan nyo yung magandang na idudulot nito sa inyo. Number 1, imagine mo, hindi ka na gumigising ng maaga, ng alas 7, ng alas 6. Diba? Nasa-save ka ng travel time. Very convenient. Minsan kahit na nakaupo ka lang, nakikinig ka sa teacher, you have to see the blessings and the silver lining that this pandemic has brought about dito sa studies mo. Huwag nating tignan laging negative. And I tell you, if you are optimistic and you are grateful and you look at the positive side of things, then hindi ka madadepress. Telling you that. Okay? I hope I answered your question. Grabe naman kayo. Ang dami yung tanong. Okay, isa pa. Siguro I'll get 2 or 3 na lang, then we'll continue with the rest, no? Ano, team? Sige. Saan pa ba tayo? Where did I end? One question po. How could you assure, this is the question po, how can you assure that this transition will be successful if the past system of hospitality and management industry is lost by, how can you assure that this transition will be successful? Well, it will, definitely. It's just a matter of when. Diba na, pakita ko nga sa inyo kanina yung mga scenarios that was presented by United Nations World Organization. UNWTO. United World. Yun, so UNWTO. Okay, and then may scenarios. Lahat yan pataas. Sabi nga nila, always put this in your mind. If you are so down, if you are very, very down, there's no way but up. Sobrang bagsak na tayo, lugmok na tayo, wala nang ibababa ito. Lahat tayo pataas. Pataas na ito. Have faith. Have faith. Okay? And then, hello ma'am. With pent-up travel demand, what are some of the safest trips people can start thinking about? Outdoors. Mas magandang mga outdoor activities. Kasi maluluto yung COVID. Diba? Mami-minimize yung risks kapag outdoors. Next, Ma'am Jen, what can travelers expect things to go back to normal? Or will it simply become a new normal? Can travelers expect things to go back to normal? Malamang new normal na yan. Normal na, magna-normalize siguro tayo by 2024. Kasi yun ang nasa sa mga presentations ng UNWTO. Yung talagang back to normal, yung mag-a-adapt tayo. Nakita nyo kanina sa graph ko, we've been through SARS before. Nalampasan natin. We were hit by the financial crisis. Nalampasan natin. Ngayon yung pandemic, which is the worst since 1990s. And malalampasan natin. Like I said, it's just a matter of time. Hi, Ma'am Jen, on your own perception, how would tourism and hospitality industry reform after pandemic? I think nasagot ko na rin ito. How will they reform or recover? By strategizing talaga and then staying afloat. Mag-diversify. Habang wala pa, diversify muna sila. Parang kami, habang naghihintay ng biyaya, naghihintay ng turista. Kasi ang NCR hindi pa pwedeng pumunta ng Baguio, lalo na sa galing sa mga MECQ areas, hindi pa pwedeng pumunta sa Baguio. So, we have to diversify muna for now. Okay? So, that's it muna for the Q&A. I think your organizers have something in store for you. And then I will continue with it maybe after 10 to 15 minutes. I will just have a quick break to drink some water and have a quick breakfast. Di ba ako nag-breakfast? O, sige. So, team, take it away.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And that's clap is for you actually. Ayan, so we have a lot of activity in store for you for the rest of the webinar. And thank you, Ma'am Jen, for that learnings. Actually, I myself have learned a lot from you. In fact, I can relate to that kasi what's that? Ang unang pangkabuhayan ko or pangunahing racket ko yung pag-host ganyan. So biglang natigil kasi walang activity. Then again, syempre resilient tayo. Kailangan tayo mag-host hindi lang sa physical activity kundi katulad nito mga virtual activity. Ayan, so habang sabi nga ni kanina Ma'am Jen, habang may buhay, may pag-asa. Kailangan lang natin maging matatag. Kailangan lang din natin maging resilient. Okay, to continue on, may I request Miss Nicole to facilitate the game?
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, hello. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, guys. So, okay ba lahat? Okay ba?
Gising pa ba kayo,
Baba
guys?
yung participants namin
Okay
eh.
pa.
Baka pwedeng dumami na dagdagan ng isa.
Yan.
Nagising
Yan.
pa.
So, we have the rules of the game. So, I am Miss Nicole.
I'm Ira Giselle.
And we will be your Game of Master for this webinar.
Yes.
By the way, the rules is use the Zoom chat box for answering the trivia question. So, sa chat box na lang po tayo. Then, the first comment with the correct answer will be the winner.
Oh, yan. May prize po yan, guys.
Yes, parang hindi naman boring yung meron kayong mga pang-load, pambawi natin sa webinar natin. So, the first trivia question will be where is the world's largest hotel? So,
guys, Malaysia ba or Philippines? India, Canada. Pili na po kayo, guys, sa chat box.
Ang bibilis, ang bibilis.
Ang bibilis ng mga Malaysia daw,
Mukhang mabibilis sa premyo yan.
Guys.
Mukhang sino kaya?
Sino kaya nananalo? Si Elix. Wow, congratulations, Elix.
Mukhang Elix
Elix,
Tingnan natin kung sino yung first. Kung konti-konti ang natin. May nag-answer din ng Canada.
Asia. Wala lang kami Asia. Baka shortcut lang ng Malaysia pa yung Asia.
Sabi na ba natin yung sagot? Okay. Where is the world's largest hotel? The world's largest hotel will be
Malaysia.
From Malaysia. Malaysia is the world's largest hotel. It's located in the Genting Highlands of Pahang, Malaysia, with 7,351 rooms.
Ang daming rooms yan, guys.
Talagang malaki. By the way, ito, yung nasa screen po natin, yan yung
tower.
picture, yan yung Genting Highlands of Pahang, Malaysia. Yan pa yung hotel, yung dalawang tower na magkatabi.
Tower.
So, ang winner natin dito sa first trivia question natin is si Mr. Elix. Helix
Helix
from
Sandro.
Nueva Vizcaya State University student. Yeah.
Palakpakan naman natin, guys.
Mukhang
Palaban.
Baka pwede naman atang dyan. Tawag doon yung bigay naman ng
Balato ba? Balato, baka 5 pesos na load.
Okay, the second question will be ting, ting, ting.
Oh. The oldest city in the Philippines. Oh, Davao, Cotabato, Manila, or Cebu. Oh, yan. Tignan natin sa chat box, guys. Kung sino mas
Okay
mauna.
yan, para
Oh.
madami tayong matutunan,
Oh,
no?
guys. Yan yung pinaka-oldest na
Oldest
city.
city in the
Oh.
Philippines.
Sa tingin mo, ikaw, Maynila ba?
Malay ko.
Maynila? Sa tingin mo?
Mukhang walang, wait lang,
Oh, wait lang guys, mag-chat kayo.
walang
Walang
mabagal
nag-aano,
talaga yung data.
Walang gustong sumagot? O
Parang nagsisearch pa ata kayo sa Google,
Oo,
ha? Dapat pag tourism tayo, alam natin yung mga ganyan, yung mga place.
Sa bagay, oldest naman ata yung Manila eh. Sa tingin mo. Guys, answer na kayo. Oy.
Hindi yung natin. Ano ba yan? Mukhang baka wala bang pandadaya tong chat box natin at
Oo nga,
may nangunguna na naman, ang dami na agad, oh.
Oo.
Tingnan natin kung sinong pinaka-una.
Felix, give the chance to others naman. Para kung sakasakali baka 100.
Felix, baka may friend ka sa group members
Oo.
namin na sinasabi sa'yo yung mga ganyan, ha?
Oo.
Bawal yung ganyan. Hindi, mukhang madami na sagot na tambakan tayo.
Oo. Sa tingin mo, sino nanalo?
Sa chat box. Mukhang hindi natin makikita ang ito. Parang puro Elix na lang ata nakikita ko, Elix.
Oh.
Hello po kay Alexander Lee from Nueva Vizcaya State University School. Hello.
Oo.
Ayan, may winner na tayo sa second question. Pwede na ba natin pakita yung sagot? The oldest city in the Philippines is
Cebu.
Cebu. It was the first Spanish settlement and the first capital of the Philippines. And the city is considered the birthplace of Christianity in the Far East.
Oo.
Ano ba yan, Alex? Mukhang kailangan mo ata ng load,
Oo nga, guys.
Wag na, mukhang mabilis ata yung wifi mo. Mukhang naanong mo ata yung mga sagot.
Oo.
Okay. Oh. Alam mo na kung sino lalapitan mo. Our third trivia question. What is the largest cruise line ship in the world? World na to, Oh, kailangan nyo kumpletuhin yung sagot nyo dito dahil mahaba-haba. Hindi kasi namin pwedeng lagyan ng ABC dito para naman.
Dalawa lang yan pagpipilian, guys.
Para ma-familiarize mo yung mga sagot. Tignan mo doon sa chat. Sa chat ka na naglahang dito sa akin. Dito sa Zoom mo pala. Sa Zoom ka na, sa chat ka na. Huwag ka na dyan. Carnival Cruise Line International or Royal Caribbean International? Natin.
May nagugusto pa ng shoutout dyan kay ano?
Shoutout for kay Roed San Kevin. Hi!
Hello. Papakita na ba natin kung sinong nanalo?
Pwede na ba natin sabihin, the largest cruise line ship in the world is Royal Caribbean International. So may winner tayo. Hindi ko alam saan
si Precious.
Si Precious Vistal Bion.
Ayan.
Hello.
Hello.
From what school ka po?
Okay na. Next tayo, guys.
Next, for fourth trivia question will be, what is the oldest hotel
daw
in the Philippines? Ting, 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 ting.
Sa tingin mo, Hotel de Luna? Hotel Luna.
Hindi ko rin alam.
Manila Hotel.
Conrad Hotel Manila? Maxindria Hotel, Manila
Sagot na kayo, guys.
Hotel,
May ano yan, may
Luna.
premyo, guys.
Kami na lang magdo-drumming. Ting, 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 ting. Mukhang di kayo familiar sa
Oo
mga
nga, guys.
tanong namin.
Pwede kayong sumagot, baka malay nyo, bigla kayong manalo.
Mukhang
agad.
nagsisearch talaga kayo. Nagsisearch muna kayo
Oh, Google is the new. Oh, meron na. Oh.
Meron na.
Oy, sige pa, more.
Matagal sumagot
Oo.
yung mga participant natin dito sa oldest hotel in the Philippines.
Oo.
Mukhang may panalo na tayo. Sino bang nanalo na sa atin? For the fourth trivia question, the winner will be, and the answer the oldest hotel in the Philippines is Manila Hotel. Manila Hotel is officially opened in July 4, 1912. The Manila Hotel is the oldest premier hotel in the Philippines. Located along Rojas Boulevard, the iconic hotel was designed by architect William Parson. So, pwede ba natin malaman kung sino panalo na?
Dito.
Wait lang, hindi ko naghahang. Diyan ka na. Oh my God.
Oh, wait lang, guys.
Ang nakita kong pinakaunang sumagot ng Manila Hotel is si Jim Falcon.
Oh, Jim Falcon.
For the fourth trivia question, Jill Falcon from Nueva Vizcaya State University.
Wow,
Hello.
power.
Mukhang mag-uusap
Palaban.
tayo mamaya ha. And for our fifth trivia question will be, yung mga nasa YouTube, by the way, meron po kami round 2.
Round 2.
Doon po kami sa YouTube.
Doon kami babawi sa inyo.
Sa Zoom wala muna. Para naman fair, di ba? Okay. For the fifth trivia question, where is the most visited country in the world?
China, Japan, France,
Mukhang
and
madami.
Macau.
Alam nila.
Ay! Parang alam nila kung ano yung...
Okay.
Sa sobrang dami ng mga nag-chat. Naghahang na ang phone ko. Charot, may na lang talaga signal.
Sige. Tumaas ka. Yun natin.
Parang ang daming nakakaalam talaga kung sino talaga yung country na alam nilang binibisita.
Yung mga winners po, ipopost po namin sa second round kung kanino po kayo makikipag-coordinate, okay? Saglit lang. Di ba makikita dyan? Sino na nauna? Baka hindi nagaan na yan. Meron ba nauna? Mukhang mabibilis,
mabibilis sumagot.
Mukhang may second time winner tayo dito sa fifth trivia question natin
Pwede ba kaya yun?
Pwede yan. Wala naman tayo magagawa
sa bagay. Siya nauna eh.
Okay, pwede na ba natin reveal ang sagot dito sa fifth trivia question natin? The most visited country in the world is France!
Yan.
France, most visited country in the world, and it attracts more than 80 million visitors annually because of their scenic Alps, French cuisine, lovely destination, best wines, and elegant people.
Wow. Parang gusto nating tumigin ng best wines nila.
Oo, sila yung pinakamadaming produce ng wines. So, ang winner natin dito sa fifth trivia question is si second time na to, di ba? Si Precious Vistal Bune. Hello po.
Hello.
Abang kayo sa second round kasi popost po namin sa slide kung kanino po kayo makikipag-coordinate.
Yes.
Yan. By the way, may second round kami, pero sa YouTube naman po kami. Ayan yung last trivia question namin. And dito po muna magtatapos for the second discussion of our resource speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. So thank you so much, Nicole, and what's the name of your partner?
Ira, sir.
Maraming salamat po. And we're back, of course, for the second part of the session. Congratulations sa lahat ng nanalo. Palakpakan natin sa lahat. Right. So there you go. Ma'am Jen is actually waiting for us again for the second part of the discussion. We welcome back Ma'am Jen. Hello.
Hi everyone. Ang galing nga yung mga estudyante Nakiki-answer din ako dito. But hindi nyo alam na Manila Hotel. Kayo Oldest hotel in the Philippines. Okay. Alright, so let's proceed. Congratulations to our winners and congratulations to the organizers. Ang galing namang mag-games ng ating dalawang dilag. Okay. So let's check our next, If you have questions, just let me know pa. Yung mga nasa YouTube natin, I think we have 14 participants at this time. Okay. So let's ask the question na. Ako naman magtatanong sa inyo. Ako kanina, binumbard nyo ng question. Ngayon naman, ako ang magtatanong sa inyo. So, here's my question, ladies and gentlemen. Dahil ako meron din akong reward para kung sino man yung makakasagot nito, mabibigyan din sila ng papremyo. At alam niyo ba kung ano yung ipapamigay ko? Ayan, I will be giving away a book. Okay? I'll be giving away my book. This is a book co-authored by me and myself and Miss Raquel Berzosa, the owner of Forest House. Okay. Can you see me ba? Dun sa Zoom. Am I visible? Alright. Standard. There you go. Let me just spotlight. There you go. Okay. So this book, I still have a few here in the house. So magbibigay ako ng dalawa siguro for this one. Okay. The question is, since you're about to embark in the real world of hospitality and tourism, what are the 3 principles in choosing a career? Kasi sabi ko sa organizers, ipanood sa inyo yung video about career path. Okay, so yung mga nagbasa, yung mga nanood nung video ko in career path, about career path or choosing a career in the hospitality and tourism industry, alam nyo po ito. So what are the 3 principles in choosing a career? Na-share ko po yan doon sa video na yon. Kaya nagbigay ako ng assignment sa inyo. Actually, pinanood din ninyo kanina ito at the start of the program. Yung nagdadaldal doon sa prior to the start of this program. What are the 3 principles na dapat i-apply natin? Yay! Alexander Lee! Sabi niya, practicality, passion, and consistency. Yes, tama po siya. May nauna sa'yo. Si Prepose. Hindi, meron pa pala. Si Arnel. Ayan. So, si Arnel po yung ating winner ng aking book na ito. This is Local Guiding Services for K-12 curriculum, K-12 curriculum compliance siya by Phoenix Publishing. Please connect with me on my Facebook page, Momshi Jen, like mo na rin. And then, i-message mo ako sa complete name mo and address. Ipapadala ko sa'yo mismo to kung nasaan lupalop ka man ng Pilipinas. Okay? So, okay ba yun? Andun ba si Arnel? Can you show up yourself? Can you show yourself? Okay, can you show yourself? Arnel, where are you? Look, sabi niya. Ala daw. Yan. So, that's the answer. Actually, it's passion, consistency, and practicality. So, panoorin niyo na lang yung video ko na nandun sa Sulig My channel. Okay, please send me a message of your address. Papadala ko sa address mo, okay? And then yung next, okay, there's Arnel. Alright, where are you from pala, Arnel? Taga saan ka?
Mandela, Quirino province ko.
150 ti ang mona.
150 ka no.
140.
Ate.
Sige, okay na. Next slide po tayo. Next question. Okay. Next question. Which among these 3 principles you think fuels and resonates with resilience? Dun sa tatlong yun na sinabi ko kanina, Tin, next slide. Which among these 3 principles you think fuels and resonates with resilience? Na-discuss ko kung anong resilience kanina, di ba? So, among the 3 na sinabi kanina, practicality, consistency, and passion, what do you think resonates with resilience? Okay, go ahead. Consistency, practicality. Okay. Ano siya? What fuels resilience? Bakit ba matibay yung mga tao because of this one? Ayan, may sumagot na. Actually, tama naman lahat kayo. Tama naman, applicable naman lahat yun. But passion, yan. The answer is passion. Sabi ko sa inyo kanina, if you are very passionate about something, hindi ka basta-basta matitibag eh. Kaya kung passionate kayo about this industry, ito, hospitality, kung ano man yung career path ninyo, kung mahal nyo yung ginagawa nyo, hindi nyo mararamdaman yung hirap. Diba? Magiging matibay ka talaga pag passionate ka sa isang bagay. Yes. Diba? So, congratulations to Who won? Sinong nauna? Si Galaxy S6. Sino to? Galaxy S6. Okay. Siya ba? Siya ba ang nauna? Si Galaxy S6? You need to tell us your name, Galaxy S6. Kasi hindi ko alam kung kanino ko ipapadala yung pa-premyo mo. What's the name of Galaxy S6? What's your complete name? You have to tell us. Sheena Balangto from, you're from Banawe. Interesting. Taga Cordillera ka din. So pareho ko pala, kababayan ko pala to. Pag napunta ka dito sa Baguio, titignan ko kung merong nag-ship na sa Banawe, ha? And then i-ship natin. Pero kung hindi, if one way or another napadpad ka sa Baguio, we can get your book from me, okay? So yung organizers natin, kindly jot down yung names ng winners natin. At saka i-message nyo ako, i-PM nyo ako sa Mom Si Jen page ko para makuha nyo yung papremyo niyo. Alright? So those are the questions that I'd like to ask all of you. Now let's proceed with some reminders for everyone. Soon we will be having more webinars organized by Agatian Travel and Tours through our Suligmay Productions. This is our new productions about events kasi we will be handling events na rin, which include webinars. Meron din kaming mga shows. We are also venturing into shows. Online, lahat virtual talaga. So ito yung mga sample ng webinars namin, techniques in tour guiding, sustainable tourism, professional development. Lalo na sa inyo yung mga mag-graduate na. How do you compose yourself? Paano ka ba sa interview? How do you become a professional practitioner? Ganyan. Growing your online business. Ayan. Building your business brand, digital marketing, and a lot more. At saka depende sa demand ng client namin. Okay? So we are finalizing it and hopefully by this month, ma-launch na namin yung complete list of our webinars. Pero please feel free to communicate with us. Isusulat ko po kung saan kayo pwedeng mag-email. If you have any request, kung meron kayong request for your group na gusto nyong i-handle namin na webinar, you let me know. suligmay@gmail.com. So yan po yung mag-handle na lahat ng mga webinar related, request or event related. So soon pala magkakaroon kami ng show. Online show. So hopefully, pero Cordillera kasi muna siya. So hopefully maging norte in the future. But exciting to. For now, mag-webinar muna tayo. Baka masyado tayong ma-excite sa lahat ng mga ganap. Okay, so that's the webinars na o-offer po ng Agatian Travel and Tours through Suligmay Productions. Live po yan sa YouTube din at the same time. And sa Zoom. Zoom din ang gamit po namin. Okay, and then susunod po is, Ma'am Jen, can I have your email? Ma'am Crizel, yes po. Ito po yung suligmay@gmail.com, ma'am. Pwede niyo po akong i-email dito kung tungkol sa webinars po yung ating pag-usapan. Pero kung tungkol naman po sa tours po, you can email me at agatiantravel@yahoo.com. Ayan po. So agatiantravel@yahoo.com po yung aming mga tour-related at saka OJT program, ganyan. So sa Agatian. Pero pag sa webinars naman po, pwedeng si Suligmay or Agatian din. Okay? Thank you, Ma'am Crizel. Okay. And then, ito po yung mga OJT program namin and educational tours. We will be having professional speakers na mga practitioners talaga. Okay, you have your teachers who teach you about theories and some about experiences. Kami naman po, yung webinars po namin are talagang practitioners and successful practitioners sa tourism industry. Ayan, kami nang bahalang maghahanap ng speaker kasi meron na kaming pool of speakers para sa inyo, including myself, syempre. Then, syempre, may kasama siyang e-certificates, workshop, and practical applications. May mga workshops din tayo and giveaways and raffles from our sponsors. Okay. Most especially food. Food yung mga ipapamigay namin. Okay, susunod po. Mayroon akong konting good news sa inyo. Pwede kayong maka-avail ng free dito sa mga program namin or free admission. Madali lang yung gagawin ninyo. Okay, next slide. Ito po. Since meron kaming 3 program, meron kaming OJT program, educational tour, at saka mga webinar, pwede po kayong mamili dito kung anong gusto nyong i-avail. Kung gawa nyo itong ipapagawa ko, simple lang naman, very simple actually. So magbibigay po ako ng 2 free admission. Depende kung ano yung gusto nyo po doon sa mga upcoming na events namin. 2 admissions for free. Okay. Pwede yung tour. Kung gusto mo mag-avail ng tour namin na for free, why not? Okay, ito po yung gagawin mo. Simpleng-simple lang. Yung iba nagawa na kanina. You just go and visit our YouTube channel. Ayan po, si Suligmay Productions. Sama niyo na rin si Ma'am Shijen. Si Ma'am Shijen, pareho pala kasi ang ginagamit natin ngayon is Ma'am Shijen. Pero kung gusto niyo updated kayo sa Suligmay Productions, doon, mag-subscribe din kayo doon. Pero this time, para dito sa game na to or dito sa reward na to, pupunta kayo sa Ma'am Shijen, yung video mismo na live natin, mag-comment kayo doon. May ask ako na question, then I want you to answer it there at the comment section ng live video sa Ma'am Shijen channel. Okay? Tapos, write down your answer at the comment section ha, hindi sa live chat. Kasi yung live chat mawawala yan after ng live mismo. So sa comment section, dun ko titignan yung answers. And the best question, top 2, o sige gawin na natin 3. Top 3 questions that will touch my heart, yun ang kukunin ko at bibigyan natin ng free admission. Ulitin ko, you can choose between a webinar, an OJT program, or educational tour. Kung mag-a-avail man yung school nyo, o kaya tour mo for yourself or for your family. Pwede yun. Okay? Pwede kang mamili. So, ito po yung katanungan natin, mga kapatid. Next question. Next slide, please, team. Ayan. From today's webinar, what are your biggest learnings? Ayan, di ba simple lang? And how will it apply to your future career? Okay. So, in Tagalog, sa natutunan mo ngayong araw na ito, ano yung pinaka mabigat o pinakamaganda o pinakamalaking natutunan mo ngayong araw na ito, and paano mo ito maia-apply sa iyong future career in the hospitality and tourism industry. So, pwede nyo po itong sagutin kung nandyan na kayo sa YouTube ngayon. Sagutin nyo na sa comment box, huwag sa live chat. Or pwede nyo rin namang sagutin sa pagkatapos nitong program natin para hindi kayo ma-disrupt dito sa Zoom. I will give you 24 hours. Until tomorrow, kukunin. Alright? Did you get the question ba? Is it clear? Clear ba? Can you please chat? Oy, naging 86 na tayo. Sayang yung mga umalis. Hindi sila mabigyan ng opportunity to avail of this. Okay, so ulitin ko po. You answer this question doon po sa live, YouTube live po nitong video na to, sa comment section. Doon ko kukunin yung kasagutan. Hindi sa live chat. Okay? And I will until tomorrow evening para po sa kasagutan. Kung sino man yung mananalo or mapipili ko na kasagutan, malay nyo i-feature ko pa kayo sa susunod kong video. Sasabihin ko kay Nicole at saka kay Teen kung sino yung mananalo. I hope it's clear. Can you please give me a thumbs up or gutom na kayo lahat? Pasqua Nicole, hello for the round 2 games. Ito kami sa YouTube. Kukuha ng winners. Okay, just give me a thumbs up if you are getting my, if nakuha nyo siya. There you go. All right. They got it. Nakuha. Sige. Susunod po is, yan na. Yan. All right. And I'm done. Pwede na kayong kumain. Thank you very, very much for listening. I really enjoyed it. I had fun. I hope you had fun too. Please don't forget to visit my channel ulit. Ito yan yung mga yon. And then my page. And then ito po yung libro namin from Phoenix Publishing na ipapamigay ko po sa inyo. Local guiding services po. I'm a trainer din kasi sa mga tour guides natin. So that's why we were able to come up with this book. Pwede nyo pong bumili, I think pwede kayong bumili po nito. Alright? Thank you very much everyone. I hope you had learned a lot from this webinar. I will be very sad if you did not. So can you please give me a quick heart emoji there kung may natutunan kayo ngayong araw na to. I want to see the hearts, please. And it will make my heart joyful at the same time. Kung nakita ko na marami, ayan, I've been seeing some hearts. And I thank you so much for listening. It takes a lot of time to attend to, it will take you, so hard to sit down for 3 hours, pero kinaya ninyo. So congratulations. Palakpakan nyo ulit ang inyong mga sarili. Ayan. Yay! Clap, clap. Ay, ano to? Big clap, clap. Online clap tayo. Virtual clap. Ayan. Pwede na po kayong mag-unmute kung kinakailangan. Ayan, si Prepo, si Arvin. Nagka-clap siya. So thank you once again, and everyone, please stay safe and always be happy. All right. Thank you to our organizers, to the team, and our teachers, and our host for today. It's an honor to be with you today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right. Thank you so much, Ma'am Jen.
Thank
Even
you,
me, I
ma'am.
myself have learned a lot of things
So
from
much,
you.
ma'am.
Ayan. So maraming salamat po. Nakaka-relate po ako sa mga tinuturo nyo. Nakaka-relate po ako sa sitwasyon. Okay, so just to remind everyone that we have an evaluation link posted at our chat group. Of course, all of you will be getting an e-certificate. Not my e-certificate, but before that, you need to fill out the form or the link dun po sa atin pong chat group. So please do not forget to fill out the link para mabigyan kayo ng certificate. Okay, so before we'll proceed to the next activity, it's just but proper for us to recognize and acknowledge of course, the time na binigay po sa atin ng atin pong resource speaker. All right, so I guess it's high time for us to give the certificate of appreciation and token. I-token tayo sa ating speaker. Right. So can we ask Ma'am Jen to please turn on your camera, Ma'am Rhea, Ma'am Crizel, and the organizers as we award the certificate of appreciation, and I guess also as token of appreciation. Ayan. Baka sa'yo na rin i-order yung token of appreciation. Para hindi na ipadala. Hindi, charot lang. Okay, pa-open naman ako ng camera ni na Ma'am Rhea. Di ba sila pwedeng mapin dito sa gitna para makita sana for photo opportunity. Okay, so I guess naka-on na yung camera ni na Ma'am Rhea at Ma'am Giselle, tsaka yung mga organizers. Okay, let me read the content of the certificate. Republic of the Philippines, Nueva Vizcaya State University, Bayambong, Nueva Vizcaya. Certificate of appreciation is hereby given to Jennifer Palaksa Baltasar for sharing her expertise and knowledge as the resources speaker in the College of Human Ecology webinar entitled Driving the Transition Tactics of Hospitality and Tourism Industry Amidst Pandemic, held on May 7 through virtual platform. Signed, Ma'am Crizel May Pagbilao, OJT Coordinator. Signed, Ma'am Rhea L. Adriatico, PhD Dean of the College of Human Ecology. Palakpakan naman po natin sila. Alright. Gusto ko mas mahabang palakpak.
Galing, may sound effects pa si Sir, ha? Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you so much, Ma'am Jen.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
you,
the
Ma'am
coordinator,
Jen.
to the organizers,
you're
should I say,
doing.
and to, of course, to the very supportive Dean of the College of Human Ecology and the OJT coordinator. Let's now move on to the next part of the seminar. Of course, hindi magtatapos dyan yung atin pong pa-seminar. Okay, so may we call back again, Nicole and partner, for another set of games?
Yan, guys. Round 2 na tayo.
We're back
Parang
again. We're back. Mukhang saglit lang naman ang webinar natin. So
gutom na ba kayo, guys? Kami din. Charot. Pero kaya yan.
Mukhang sa mga YouTube commenters po, dito po kami magbe-base for round 2 para po fair. Ayan.
Okay lang ba?
Ready na ba lahat? Ready na?
Ready na? Round 2 na tayo, guys!
Okay, for the round 2 question. Hindi ko alam kung anong question ba. 4 fixed word. Wait lang ha, mukhang
mahirapan tayo, low speed dyan. Baka makulkul yung mga utak natin at mag-research tayo agad.
Okay. Sige, pwede din tayo mag-accommodate ng sagot dito sa Zoom, pero kukuha po kami ng winners sa YouTube. Para po fair sa mga nasa YouTube live. Ayan, for the next photo slide, before it's one word.
Ayan, sa tingin mo, bigyan naman natin siya ng sasakaling
tayo. Sa last letter tayo.
Sige. S. S yung dulo niya.
S is the last letter.
Singapore? Sa tingin mo, Singapore
hindi,
daw? Hindi. Dinosaur
hindi
daw,
po siya
guys.
place. Hindi siya place. Iba-ibang ano po
Kung
yan.
ano nakikita nyo.
Meron siyang entertainment.
Oo. Lagyan naman kasi natin ng
museums,
ng additional na ng number pa, hindi lang
museums, entertainment, theme parks.
destination daw. Sa tingin mo, ang ganito,
wait
yung
lang.
first letter niya, A.
Ayun.
Ayun, parang merong nakakaalam dyan ah.
Pero,
titingnan namin kung sino yung...
natin.
May nakakuha na.
Saglit, dito tayo sa YouTube kukuha ng sagot. Destination, attractions.
Oh, may sumagot pa ng Raptors.
Attractions, destinations. Saglit, ilang letters ba to?
Yan, sakto. Merong siyang
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8. 11.
Saan siya papasok?
Meron na nakakuha ng tamang sagot. I-reveal na ba namin? Ano? Sa tingin mo, reveal na tayo?
Oo, pwede na tayong mag-review.
Sige.
Attractions,
Sa tingin mo,
attractions. Bakit may mga, aba.
Aba, mga na-attractions.
Naglit lang. Kasi naka-register kaya tayo sa YouTube yung mga sumasagot dito.
Oo.
Sabagay na.
Oo. Picture na lang natin para ako sakaling screenshot mo na lang, girl.
Sige, sa YouTube tayo kukuha ng mga winners natin.
Oo.
Okay. The first winner of this 4 picks 1 word is... Sige, pwede natin ipakita yung sagot?
Attractions.
Attractions. 1,
Yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tama ba? 11 ba yan? And the winner dito sa 4 picks 1 word natin is si Mr. John Lesper Evangelista. Nasa YouTube siya. Nasa YouTube live siya. Sige, yan lang natin.
Sige. Screenshot mo. Ayan. Para sure.
For the next 4 picks 1 word. Ayan, napaka-easy. Nakikita, madami ng, kahit di na tayo magbigay ng...
Oo nga, madali na lang.
Ng clue. Masyadong madali.
Sa tingin mo, kuha naman tayo sa may...
Wait
Zoom.
lang.
Zoom naman tayo. Or dyan lang sa YouTube.
Tapos na tayo sa Zoom partner.
Ay, sa bagay. Sorry, guys.
Mukhang malulugi tayo niyan eh.
May reveal na ba natin? May nakakakuha mga umpisa to sa T.
Dito tayo sa YouTube kukuha ng mga winners natin. Ayan, mukhang kokonti ang mga participant natin, watchers natin sa YouTube live
Ayan.
Ayan na, nagsilipat na sila. Kanina nasa 13 watchers lang kami sa YouTube. Ngayon nasa 20 plus na.
Oo.
Mukhang nagsilipat sila dito para lang sa games
Oo. Pwede kayong lumipat pero balik din kayo dyan. Pwede naman, di ba, partner?
Pwede.
Sige.
Pwede na ba natin pakita yung sagot dito sa second 4 picks 1 word na question? Ding, 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 ding. Asan na yung sagot natin?
Ayun. Travel.
The answer is travel. And we have the winner.
Sino nalo?
Hindi ko alam kung nasa. And the winner for this 4 picks 1 word is Miss Angelica Wasin Angel.
Angel. Screenshot mo na game. Jumbo letter naman tayo.
Tatlong question to for the next category. Okay, for the next category ng games namin is for jumbled letters.
Yung
ikot ang mga utak natin dito ha.
Pati utak ko? Buti na lang utak lang, hindi yung puso. Charot!
Okay. Next jumbled letter is... Okay, pakita natin.
Yan, guys!
Hindi ko pwedeng basahin to.
Madali na lang yan, kaya nyo na yan.
Sa mga YouTube watchers, pwede kayong dito, mga nasa Zoom, pwede kayong lumipat sa YouTube.
Tapos balik na lang din po kayo after.
Mukhang matagal ang mga natin dito. Mabibilis sa Zoom.
Sa Zoom. Dapat pili din tayo kasi kahit isa doon sa Zoom.
Sige, sa YouTube, wala pa sumasagot ng tama. Kukunin natin yung nasa Zoom.
Zoom.
Sige, tingnan natin partner kung sino na nasa Zoom natin.
Sige.
Sige, tingnan mo na dyan. Makakaano ka ba dyan? Mahirap ba? Masyado ba mahirap?
Oo nga eh, nagalag.
Tingnan natin kung sino.
Wala
Wala pa sumasagot.
meron nanalo. O, diba?
Wala pa sumasagot sa
Oo.
YouTube eh.
Pipili na lang kami dito.
Sige, hindi mamimili.
Ay, mamimili ba?
Kung sino yung
Oo,
nauna.
sige, mamimili. Guys, sorry for convenience. Or convenience.
Wala sa YouTube. Di ko alam naglag ata sa YouTube.
Let's reveal na
sige.
yung sagot.
Na-reveal na ba natin?
Oo.
Okay, reveal na natin. Hospitality industry, and the winner for this 4 picks 1 word is
Stephanie! Mayor Rodolfo. Hello. Stephanie May Rodolfo, thank you. At ikaw nanalo at ma-receive mo ang load na ibibigay namin.
Okay. Stephanie Rodolfo, congratulations.
Legit to, guys. Kaya sumali na kayo.
Okay, for the next 4 picks 1 word. May yan.
Yan.
Rodolfo Stephanie.
May sagot na, guys. Sagot na kayo. Walang sagot sa may YouTube and then dito kami pipili sa may Zoom.
Mukhang matagal sa YouTube eh.
Sa YouTube parang nahihirapan sila mag-type or what? Or loading.
Tingnan mo nga yung Zoom chat. Wala. Bakit yan? Wait lang, dalag tayo eh. Wala atang sumasagot sa YouTube live natin eh.
Pati din sa sa Zoom, walang sumasagot.
Chat.
Wala pa, guys.
Yan, mukhang mabilis
Parang
sa Zoom.
mabilisan nila agad. Sa tingin mo, saan tayo pipili?
Sa Zoom lang naman.
Sa Zoom na lang ata kasi parang wala na atang sumasagot sa YouTube namin eh. So, reveal na ba natin?
Reveal na natin yung sagot, pwede na.
Sige. Reveal mo na.
Okay, papakita. Pwede na po natin i-reveal yung sagot. Sige.
Guys, reveal na natin para malaman kung sino yung at
mukhang baka naglalag yung natin. Naglalag ba dyan? Tinan mo. Andyan pa rin sa slide na yun.
Hindi. Pa-slide naman po, guys. Para malaman natin kung sino manalo.
Ito na po namin i-review.
Reveal. Baka nag-aalala na yung gustong manalo dyan,
Ito, mga keywords lang to, ha?
Yan.
The answer, new normal. And we have the winner. Sino yung nakuha sa pupunta? So, may winner ulit tayo dyan, no?
Oo.
So, sino nanalo dyan sa atin?
I-reveal ko na ba?
Dito tayo sa Zoom. Wala sa eh.
Ayan, si Bernadette Bulan. Congratulations sa'yo, Bernadette Bulan.
Bernadette Bulan,
congrats! Next naman tayo. Ayan. Go! Jumble na!
Sino ba yung Sino yung... Aba, may mabilis sumagot. Wait lang. Ang rule po namin ngayon kung... One time win lang sana. Kung nanalo na po kayo, second correct answer, yun na lang po ang namin. So, may sinabasan ba yung unang sumagot?
I-reveal nga natin yung sagot.
I-reveal muna natin.
I-reveal natin para...
pwede na natin i-reveal yung sagot.
Para alam nila.
Tourism industry. Yan.
Bali,
ang first commentor namin ng dito, may second time win na ata sila. So,
bali dalawa yung nag-second
hindi
time
namin
win.
sila pwedeng i-pick para naman give chance to other, no? So, ang unang commentor namin is si Precious. Pero nanalo na ata siya.
Rin. Pati si
Si Stephanie Rodolfo mukhang nanalo na.
rin.
So, sa third commentor, ang ipipick up namin. So, sino nanalo?
Si, Cristel?
Cristel Kalika.
Congrats sa'yo.
Cristel Kalika. Ayan.
Congratulations sa mananalo. Please contact lang yung Christine Lasam. So, bale, sa tingin?
Sa Facebook app na siya pwede i-claim. Or pwede nyo po kaming i-message sa Gmail.
Yung mga Gmail na mga nag-send sa inyo na mga links.
Pwede po kayo mag-reply doon. Makikita, and then, pwede nyo po i-screenshot yung name nyo para po may proof kayo.
Pero yung kanina, kahit walang proof, pero meron kasi kaming, naka-indicate na
okay. Yes. Yeah, thank you for participating.
Congrats sa mga nalo. Yan, back to you, back to you, sir.
Alright. So, palakpakan naman natin yung mga nanalo. Okay, congratulations. And good job for those was that actively participating dun sa atin pong pa-contest. Even yung atin pong session kanina with Ma'am Jen, of course. Maraming salamat. Alright. So, we now come to almost end of the program or the latter part of the program. But before that, may we request Miss Cindy S. Ermitanyo to give us a closing remark.
Hello, everyone. So I believe that all of us have well done through the 3 hours webinar. It is my great pleasure that we had a fruitful discussion, though I think 3-hour webinar is not enough. In this day webinar, whose main topic is driving the transition, tactics of the hospitality and tourism industry amidst pandemic. I strongly agreed of Ma'am Jennifer said a while ago that we should apply in our life the 3 principles in choosing a career, and that 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 is to be we should be having the practicality, be passion and consistency for us to be called experts or have masters someday. So even though billions are lost in tourism industry for now, soon we will be recovered, and by applying the tactics and strategies applied by the tourism industry and the acronym rebuild PR, and that are that is the respond to the crisis, establish security, business continuity, upgrade or giving another service, innovate or innovation, like the travel bubble, and also we should think outside the box. And then we should learn also. We should adapt and learn new things. Diversify, for example, the agency of Mom Jen, the Agtaying local shop, and then we should have the promotions, and lastly resilient. So finally, in behalf of my group, I would like to express my appreciation to our speaker, Ma'am Jennifer Palaksa Baltasar, to our Dean, Dr. Rhea L. Adriatico, and to our ever-supportive Department Chair and OGT Coordinator, Ma'am Criselmi Valeros Pagbilao, to our enthusiastic MC, Sir Heminigaldo Urap Vandesa, for their valuable contribution to our webinar held this 7th of May 2021. I believe that we learned a lot as we enter the world of hospitality and tourism industry. It is important for us to be able to utilize the lesson learned today as we continue to grow, and strongly believe that experiences like these are fruitful and will on its part provide a source of confidence for those aiming at more knowledgeable and efficient role as future professionals in hotel and tourism industry. So let me take this opportunity to thank also the participants for taking time out of your busy day to attend the webinar. I would like to close my remarks and officially announce the end of our webinar. Wishing the future prosperity for us. Thank you so much for your attention, guys. Stay safe, everyone, and God bless us all. Thank you po.
Thank you so much, Miss Cindy. All right. So before we finally close this activity, the screen perhaps because it has been closed by Ma'am Cindy, the training per se kanina. May I just remind everyone to please do not forget to click on the link for evaluation posted in our chat box that serves as your passes to have your your e-certificate. Please do not forget to click the link and fill out all the necessary information you are required to provide. Maraming salamat po. Okay, so I guess that's all for our webinar for today. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for inviting me as your host for this activity. Again, this has been your host, Manggido, and I hope to work with you again soon. Maraming salamat po. And at this juncture, may I request everyone to please join us in the singing of the NDSU hymn.
Sa kandungan ng Nueva Vizcaya, may bukal ng pagsinta, malikhaing kamalaya ng hangarin. Dito tayo namumuhay at liwanag ang gabay sa kinabukasan na pinapanday. Sa larangan ng aghamat sining tayo ay tanyag, karunung ay kayamanang totoo. Sanglipunang malikhain ay hangaring marangal, mahal kong NVSU. Sa larangan ng aghamat sining tayo ay tanyag, karunung ay kayamanang totoo. Sanglipunang malikhain ay hangaring marangal, mahal kong NVSU. Pagsusubok ay hinaharap at ang hamon ay tinatanggap. Sa piling mo panatag ang kalooban. NVSU, mahal naming alma mater. NVSU, mahal kong NVSU. NVSU, mahal naming alma mater. NVSU, mahal kong NVSU. Mahal ko NVSU.
Ayan. So, maraming salamat po. Thank you so much po for having me as your host for this activity.
Thank you rin, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po.
Guys,
group
para
picture
sa
po.
mga gustong documentation.
Lalo sa mga...
Okay, open your cam.
Open your cam.
Show your face.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Gaganda tsaka mga gwabo, no?
Mga miss you. Ayan, sige. Okay.
Thank you very much.
For first slide. Okay.
Open nyo naman yung mga cam nyo para
wait lang.
makita naman yung mga face nyo.
First slide. One.
Wait lang.
Oh,
Okay,
wait
okay.
lang daw. Wait.
First slide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second slide po. 1, 2, 3, 4. Third slide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ayan. Hanggang third slide lang po tayo.
Maraming salamat, guys.
Thank you po.
Thank you po sa mga nanood.
Thank you, Ma'am Rhea.
Ma'am Rhea,
Thank you so much, Ma'am Jen and Sir Guido. God bless. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you rin po sa MC namin.
Congratulations po sa mga students. We're so proud of them. They're very, very professional. Kudos to the group.
Congrats, Group 1. See you again next Friday.
Thank you,
Sir Guido.
Thank you, Ma'am Rhea. Thank you, Sir
Yan, nag-freeze na.
Ayan, thank you po.
Gusto niyo pa ba group picture?
Yan lang, wala pa yung mga group 1.
Ilang
Okay, group 1. Kailangan natin ng documentation.
Malaki ano? Kasi nung tinawagan mo si Alex nun, kasama niya kami. Oo. Ayaw pa niyang maniwala nung niloloko ko doon.
Yan, pababa ng participant na.
Mga 50 na.
Ay, success!
Nakakahinga na tayo, guys.
Ikaw ba nakahinga na?
Pindot kanina, grabe. May nginig-nginig pang ganyan. Oh.
Paano yung inigan? Ganon.
Oh, ganun lang.
Mag-live na. Live na ba tayo?
Live na ba?
Kaya yung
Sa
lahat ng
mga
group 1
Yung mga guys.
lahat ng group 1, wag muna.
Thank you po sa nanood. Thank you.
Group picture po.
Sure.
Gutom na ako.
Uy, kahit ako.
Kain na tayo. Happy lunch. Happy lunch.
Sabi ng chan ko.
Okay na.
Picture na. Picture na ulit. Last. Picture na.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, picture nyo rin naman kami. Oh, yan na si Ma'am Jen.
Join ako sa
Oh, Jen, sorry.
Wait. Congrats ha, gagaling mo.
Ayan. Guys, makakain na kayo. Wala na.
I'll take a photo of your group ha. Ang gagaling.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I thank you.
Always mention, ma'am. Always mention na. Ulit. Next. Step.
Very professional kayo. Ay,
Ang
kudos.
buti hindi Steph ang tawag yan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Steph.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you, leave na. Mag-e-end na ako ha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.